Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dire Roll Endfrost. I'm the Dungeon Master Jakin, and I'm joined by my dancing morons. We are missing.
Whoa, buffoon, please.
I'm sorry, buffoons.
Oh.
We don't have
reviews and
Aku.
help.
Okay, stop! I'm doing the thing. We don't have Aku here today. Also, I didn't stream last night, so if you were one of the people who also watches this and Three Kingdoms, my wife told me months ago that we were doing a thing on a Saturday, and I was like, great. And then on Friday, she was like, it's tomorrow. I'm like, oh crap. And so that's why I didn't stream.
Like the excuse.
Yeah, I would have normally, like, you know, the Saturday before said, hey, I'm not streaming next week. But it totally snuck up on me, as it sometimes does. We have been kind of in a lull these past few sessions. I think that's fair to say. We've been building the plot, which is good, but there hasn't been a lot of action. So this session, we're going to get all the action we missed out in the past 3 sessions crammed into one. Because we're going to have a battle.
And we all die.
Oh yeah,
What's a battle?
I bet it's a TPK within 3 rounds, and Jaken's gonna be so sad.
Don't say that. Don't.
Last session, Fenrir has marshaled a force of 325 men plus the party. Or as he calls it, 400. And his goal was to march north and retake the Foot Keep, which is a walled keep on the very downslope of the Dromlach Mountains. It is one of several fortifications along the Dromlach Mountains that guard against Frost Vale, and it has recently been taken out by a combined army of Frost Vale denizens, which Fenrir and company believe to be the prophesied, or foretold, or whatever, the armies of Endfrost. And finally bringing his men to bear, they arrive at Footkeep to find that the keep has been toppled over, and they decided to attack the enemy. And when they got into the point of no return, climbing up the very slight hill towards the toppled Footkeep, a giant emerged and conjured forth with the blow of his horn a very large army of snow goblins, reinforced by ice sprites, winter wolves, and about a mile away along the river, a force of trollkin, or trollfolk. Committed, Fenrir's army charged into the fray. So we're going to start today with a shot of a fade in from black, a very slow fade in from black, of a Huskarl's cut face slowly bleeding into the snow as he kind of is on his back, head turned unnaturally into as fresh snow lands and intermixes with his blood. And then the sound kind of fades in after, the sound of battle, and a boot steps over him, and we pan up to see the Huskarls have holding the line with their shields and spears, and we kind of like crane up to see this very large battle line. And in the middle of it is Fenrir, Raylath, and Hakan. And this is going to be a very crude representation, but I feel it is necessary. Here you guys go. This is a kind of a representation of the battle. It is not by any means one-to-one, but it's enough to give you a kind of a sense of positioning. As you guys can see there in the bottom, what I'm about to describe, when the two armies clashed, the Winter Wolves broke off from the Snow Goblin line when the Snow Goblins charged down the hill. And as you guys are just covering yourselves in Snow Goblin entrails, with ice sprites flying overhead, shooting down into your ranks, one of Fenrir's men approaches him and kind of pulls him back off the front line, and warriors take his place, and says that the Winter Wolves they've come from behind. They're positioning themselves to attack our rear.
Well, that is certainly not good.
So Fenrir, I'd like you to think of each of these groups as like single entities that you can give orders to. So you probably want to send one of these groups or more to go intercept the winter wolves before they hit your rear and cause problems. Now, we've been using conscripts kind of half joking. I changed them to volunteers, which is more accurate to their place in this battle. So, if you do the volunteers, recruits, men of Honblin, they're probably less effective than the battle-hardened Huskarls being led by a lord. So whenever you make a decision during this battle, I want you to keep in mind the lords and their units will probably have a much better chance, almost twice as much better chance of achieving an objective. Hey, Iso! Iso says they're going to kick your ass. So, he's bringing in the positivity.
Yep. Okay. Here is what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen. With winter wolves closing behind us, the trollkin are not represented here, so
they're not in the battle yet.
They're
sailing down the river, which is like a mile away. So when their barge will stop and they'll start marching, it'll take them some time to get to you. And when they get to you, it's going to be an even bigger problem because your entire force is committed at this point.
And also, they're pretty big.
Well, these are troll folk. Troll folk are like your size.
I'm considered small?
No, I'm just saying they're not trolls who are large creatures.
Yeah, but they're big. My point stands, I win!
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
I call dibs on winning. Since I call dibs, I win. There you go.
That tracks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's science. So, roughly how many winter wolves are we talking? Like,
in the hundreds. No, not in the hundreds. In the dozens.
Okay. Thank God.
Well, as soon as I lift my mouth, I'm like, I guess we're dead. No, that was totally that was the wrong word, and it just came out of my mouth.
Okay.
Okay. Again, this is not 1-to-1, but I approximated.
Yeah.
I approximated one square is about roughly 10 individuals.
Okay. Yeah. No, I just want to take a look. I'm just looking at the battle formation here. I have an idea. I just want to how. Okay. Kajartan. Who is he again?
Kajartan.
He one of them.
Kiatan. He is the Thane under Odmund.
Okay. Please. Okay.
Also, I know he's the one doing decision, but just from my own knowledge, what's the difference between recruits and volunteers? Recruits, I guess, are fresh blood that are future Huskarls?
It's entirely down to when and where they joined the army. It was mostly for narrative purposes. For y'all, they're pretty much just the left and right flank.
Cool.
The recruits are the one you guys recruited on the road. The volunteers are the one who came from Sudarhofen.
Oh, okay. But in terms of fighting power, recruits and volunteers
they're roughly equal. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
So here is what we're going to do, and this is either going to be super awesome or terrible, but that is pretty much D&D in a nutshell. So I'm going to have Clacker and I'm going to keep calling him Picharden because that's just funny to me now.
Kiartan.
Hold on, let me just write that down.
J's are a Y in pronunciation.
But why?
Because I said so.
So is it Odmund Jr.?
I wrote out Odmund the Younger's men, but it was so long it was in the way, so I shortened it to Odmund Jr. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, right. And what? Hang on. Thank you for reminding me, Vegas. I guess I was gonna wait till we actually get to battle, but yeah, the tokens you see are by Oliver Smith or Wider Path Gaming. They both make quality work. Patronize them. Go ahead.
It sounds weird when you say patronize them, just given that the other.
No, that's patronizing.
All right, so Clacker and Keyarton are going to. Okay, so the main force is going to go from a line into a wedge, and
Okay.
Clacker and Keyarton are going to head through the opening of the wedge to go fight the Winter Wolves. While like a tip of a spear, we're going to plunge towards that giant. As my goal is, if we kill the giant, those damn dirty snow goblins will 100% scatter, and then we'll just have to deal with the Winter Wolves and the Trollkin. The Trollkins might be like, "Oh, they just killed a giant. Bye." Like, loyalty is not big, especially along those disgusting snow goblins.
All right then. So Kyoten
So redraw that.
and Clacker are going to break off to fight the Winter Wolves, and then the rest of your army is going to kind of funnel towards the giant.
Yep, funnel into a flying V.
All right, let's go ahead and cut to y'all's first engagement.
Quack, quack, quack,
Quack,
quack.
quack, quack. Oh, we shouldn't do that, Disney.
They'll kill us.
Yeah, they will.
Those of you watching, I'm about to go to the game screen, and there's going to be some objects that don't exist. You're just going to have to use your imagination, because you guys get to see the GM layer, and
So my question is, Fenrir, is that HP bar accurate?
I mean, we've had sleeps. No, I think that's still from my battle with Hakon's brother.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you should be.
Yell.
Everyone should be at 100%.
I thought the same thing when I looked at him. Like, oh, I don't remember my hit points being that low. This will be a short battle for me.
I guess I'm dead. Oh yeah, let's roll initiative.
But what if I don't wanna?
I care not.
See, I didn't want to.
Clearly.
Yes, I would like the cursor in front of. Yeah, there we go.
Ray lad, leave some for the rest. You're muted.
I don't kill things. That's not a thing that I do.
So did the real Vegas tell you how to play this character? You know, the Vegas with the full beard? All right, Rayath, you're up.
Uh-huh.
Now this is
And
I do want to warn the spellcasters in the party. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Fenrir will, though, seeing Rayleth get the jumping on this yellow. Get him, Ray!
Get out. Nice
beard.
and easy. We're gonna. Oh, jeez, wow. I'm not gonna hear the end of this, am I?
Nope.
Nice and easy, slow start. We're gonna pull short bow and shoot the guy, this goblin, all the way to the left. And that is a 24 to hit for a total of 5 piercing damage.
All right. You stick one in a meaty part of his body. He lets out a little.
And then I'm going to 5, 10, 15.
Okay, nothing like cowardice to
done.
start the battle off. All right.
That's not cowardice.
Yeah, I know what I saw.
It's a
Uh-huh.
tactical movement backward.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They all evade. Fenrir, you're up. Are you muted?
Yes. Yes, I am. I said all of them evade, eh?
I
I'm actually sad we don't have a wizard in the party. Would have been fun for Jaken to say this is a marathon, not a sprint, and the wizard goes,
Fireball.
"I cast fireball."
Fireball, next encounter, please.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of doing something similar to that. Not as, I mean, it's essentially the same range, but I don't have many spells. I mean, but this is a really good effort. This is a really good opportunity for me to use this. Oh, right. Let me just see. Let me just flip to, because I don't cast spells that often, so I just gotta. Whoop, 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 whoop. Cool. So, extending his hand as they rush forward and then seem to like take offensive, begins to hum a lullaby that his mother used to sing to him every night. And as he does, he starts to just beat the pommel of his sword against his shield. And I'm going to cast Sleep on the square that I am currently. Oh, hold on, a little closer.
The inner 4.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Right there. I will go ahead and cast that spell now that we know where it's going. It's a cast. So hopefully.
There's no save, it's just 29 points of sleepiness?
Yep. Starting with the lowest and then going to the highest.
Okay. Well, this one falls asleep.
One snow goblin falls asleep. Yep.
Okay, that kind of scares me a little. They have a lot of HP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are not the run-of-the-mill goblins. These are snow goblins. They're not even goblinoid. They're fey.
So next you're gonna tell me that we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, but we won't be fighting in dungeons nor dragons.
Well, you've already been in a dungeon.
I kind of wish I would have known that before I cast that spell. Oh well, can't change what's happened.
That would be meta.
I was kind of under the assumption that they're on a level similar to a goblin, but I'm gonna charge forward to right here after putting one asleep.
Well, he's basically out of the
Being
fight.
like, yeah, fuck that guy.
You sleep. He's asleep. All right, Hakon, you're up.
Yeah, Akon was considering going there. Let's still do it. What would be more tactically more? Okay, let's first go here and let's try to attack this one. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
So disadvantage because he's dodging essentially.
Correct.
Not advantage, disadvantage. 11 for 11.
That's gonna be a miss.
And since I get another attack, we're gonna do again disadvantage. 13 for 14.
You hit his shield.
He has a shield. Those are not goblins, but fine, that's okay.
They're wielding very small axes, little baby axes, shields, and some like leather armor.
Actually,
So like hand axes?
But like even smaller.
Oh, he could reach Raylat, I believe. So yeah, Icon is gonna play the tactical thing and go here.
Okay. Raylat, you're up.
Okay. Raylath is going to stay Oh, hold on. Yeah, Raylath is going to stay exactly where he's at. And he's gonna he'll draw another arrow and get a bead down on the one that he already shot. And then he's gonna yell over to Fenrir. It's here with the snow goblins. If you cut their heads off, they stay down. So try to do that, okay? And he will use a bonus action to help Fenrir on that one right there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ready an action to shoot this boy as soon as he advances anymore.
Oh, the sneaky boy. Okay.
Yep.
And that's it?
That's it.
Okay, he advances.
Yay! I will shoot him
Right.
with.
He's no longer
My
evading
bow.
because it has.
Yep. It's 19 for 5 more damage.
5 more damage. He is now wounded. And 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to swing at you with his little axe and miss. And then he lunges forward and tries to bite your knee.
What a not nice guy.
He barely missed because your AC is 16 and he got a 15. Yeah, they have +4 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And then this one's going to go shoopty-doopty. Gonna attack Fenrir. Little axe. Miss. Little nibble. That's a hit. The little nibble is going to do 3 piercing damage. Next one's gonna follow up with the same thing. Axe. Nibble. Miss and miss. Fenrir holds firm. And then the remaining 2 are gonna attack Khan. Axe. Nibble. Okay, that guy didn't want it. He didn't want it.
Nope.
He was the one who got hit with the remainder of the sleep, so he's a little groggy. And then that's what's your AC? 16. That is once again barely almost gets through your armor, but your armor holds fast. But then when he comes in for the nibble, he gets you right between the plates, and he bites off 3 piercing damage worth of your skin,
Ow.
basically. And then it's Fenrir's turn.
Not to throw Hakan under the bus, but if they have an attack modifier +5, wouldn't that be a 16
+4.
hit? Oh, my bad. I thought you said +5.
I see where your allegiance lie.
I mean, you're a field folk.
Ooh.
So,
Oh,
all right. Seeing as magic has no effect on them,
Well, one of
he's
them's
just
asleep.
like stupid. Yeah, I should have known that. But taking the advice that Rayla had given him about cutting off the head, Fenrir will attempt to do that, having not thought of that. He's like, that's a pretty good strategy. If they don't have a head, they can't bite. I see what you're doing. So with his newly remade longsword, he is going to swing for the fences, and by fences I mean this snow goblin's head.
Unfortunately, he raises his shield and... oh, wait, you have advantage.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
That's... So let's do... Because I totally forgot to hit the...
Yeah, all right, we're going to take your first damage. So that's that. Yeah, you cleave right into him. You give him a vicious wound across his chest. He's now badly injured.
And then hopefully we'll follow up with the head cutting part.
I'm ready. Yeah, his head has been removed from his body.
And as a bonus action, Fenrir will slam his shield into... Oh, hold on. Do I have to attack that target to make the shield attack, or is it just make an attack action? Shield Master. If you attack an attacker, you can use your shield. A creature. Cool. So yeah, he's going to do a contested test, a strength check, or athletics versus whatever.
Okay, he has a +2 because he's using acrobatics.
This...
Okay, he failed. What do you want to do to him?
Knock him down.
All right, he is knocked prone. All right, are you done?
He'll turn back to Rayleth with sword and shield and just do like a thumbs up, like,
It
good
worked!
advice.
It worked. I was not so positive, but I'm glad to see information was solid.
All right, Hakan, you're up.
I'm gonna try to attack this guy. This time with normal attack. 20 for 10.
Which guy? Sorry, this one? The one on the left?
The one to my left, and since there's a 1 in there, let me re-roll that.
Okay. Okay. He is badly wounded.
Okay. I'm gonna attack him again. 18 for 12.
He is,
I can't re-roll
he is
anything.
badly dead.
Perfect. And I stare this one down, but that's all I can do.
All right, Raylath.
Rayleth is going to use a bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
Now, here's... I would like to, during my move, draw my rapier.
Mhm.
Rapier, one hand.
Bow in the other. I see where you're going with this.
Right. Now, I won't be able to cast any spells until I drop one.
Correct.
That have
Yeah, if you have
somatic.
somatic, yeah.
Right. So we're going to disengage and go 5, 10, 15,
For the super advantage.
20. Yeah. And then and as I'm running up, go, also here you stab them in the heart. That worked too. And I'm gonna try and
Raylath,
stab
teaching
him
combat anatomy.
in the heart.
No, Raylith, they don't have hearts.
Oops, it's too late.
A
There's
15 is a hit. Yes.
So that is 19 total damage.
Yeah, so you run up and you just run him through and he goes and he's dead.
Oh, it also worked. It's good. So that was 20.
Wrong one.
So then I'm gonna go 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay. I should point out that these snow goblins have like a mane, like they have like a beard that kind of trims their very round face, and very bulbous eyes with narrow eyelids with little slits. Otherwise, they appear quite goblin in shape. And you're done. Their turn. This one's going to hobble over to Fenrir, give him the old one, which is going to hit. So his little bitty axe is going to hit you for 6 slashing damage. And then he's going to try to bite you, give you the old nibble. Alright, he hit for 6 piercing damage. Okay. And the last one over there by Hakan is going to strike, hit for... he bites into you for 5 slashing with his axe, and then tries to bite you. And we'll just go ahead and crit for 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it's Fenrir's turn.
Okay, so just watching Rayla stab this guy in what appears to be what Rayla claims is the heart, Fran will turn around and be like, maybe if I do that, and will attempt to stab him in the same place.
Okay.
And hope
for the best.
Snow Goblin. Yeah, I mean, he is very confused because he was under the assumption, well, not an assumption. He was pretty certain that they didn't have hearts, being snow goblins. That's
Sure, yeah.
science.
Unfortunately, he bats it away with his little bitty axe.
But no, I want to see if you have a heart or not. This isn't this. Let this happen.
You slash, and he kind of pulls back, and you cut into his armor.
And then seeing as that really didn't go at all the way he thought it was going to, he will think, oh, they have to be on their back. That's where their hearts get revealed. So he's going to try and push them down.
Okay.
Because I'm a bully.
Okay, with another 25, once again, he is knocked on his back. And then you're done?
Yep.
Alright, Hakan, you're up.
Well, this little guy was really painful, so I'm gonna smash him. 12 for 15.
Yeah, you kind of bludgeon him into it, and he kind of takes it on the armor.
And a dirty 20 for 14.
Alright, you smash into him, and he is badly injured. You hear ribs crack as you crash into the flank.
It is cathartic after he freaking crit me, so that's good. That's all I do.
Alright, Raylath.
Okay, looks like I'll be getting my steps in today. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gonna rapier him on the ground. That is a that's a crit for what's that? 19, 23
Alright,
damage.
you stab him in the heart so well that his ancestors feel it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
So that
see.
was.
So they have to be on their back for their hearts to be revealed.
This is
Learned a lot.
We are gathering much good intel here today. This is good. And I've got 10 more movements, so I'm going to just keep my run going and stop there. And
Art of War, baby.
and then wait, well hold on, maybe not. Let me measure this real quick. I'm actually going to step over this guy. Right there. Yep. And then yell over to Hakan. Hakan, it seemed to work if you get either the head off the shoulders or hit the heart. You have to knock it down first for the heart thing to work, though. Okay, you got this. And I will bonus action help Hakan on his next attack against that goblin. Done.
All right, the snow goblin lashes out and hits for 6 piercing damage.
Ah, wow.
You know, whenever I'm in real life and I roll a d4, it's never a 4. Just point that out there.
Can you roll a real life dice then?
Oh, well, he missed. How about that? All right, Fenrir, you're up.
Well, definitely going to go aid in the getting him on his back. Or cutting off his head. Whatever comes first. So first we're going to take a swing at him. And if that doesn't work, as it seems to be ineffective against the snow goblins.
Alright, he raises his shield to protect his face, and it catches your blade as it's coming in at neck level.
And then kind of panicked, he's just going to swing again.
Alright, swinging again, you kind of split his cranium. You missed the neck, but he's still very much dead.
Thought this one was going to have to get on his back to expose his heart.
Alright, and in the heat of battle, we can just say that the sleeping guy gets coup de grace at some point. There's no point dragging this out.
Yeah.
Roll
him over on his back and get him in the heart, because that works.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so, the battle itself will progress. So, Clacker's men and Kiatan's men have moved to intercept the wolves. For some reason, the tokens get all weird when I move them like that. Oh well. Alright, and you guys are making a push into there. And you've snug up the line like that. The recruits are kind of spilling over here, but I can't rearrange their business. Alright. With the overwhelming force, the Winter Wolves probably don't stand a chance. Like, you've probably taken them out of the fight. It's just a matter of time. Alright. Fenrir, your men are in a position where they can break the line and you guys could reach the giant. But in doing so, they'll be exposed. So you need to kind of pick a unit to fill in behind them to make sure they don't get encircled. Or 2 units.
Okay. Because I want Oddman Junior's men on the front lines. I really don't have much choice. Okay, so volunteers, men of Hondalabin, or men of Hondalabin and recruits are gonna be our back rear guard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna, like, filter in like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, because the way I picture it on the battlefield, we're coming in on like a triangle, and then it's just going to become like a circle, or instead of being like an angle, it's going to become like an actual triangle. Like we're just going to fill in the back.
Okay.
In the meantime, can we slam down like a healing potion that we have?
Yeah. If you guys got healing potions, you can slam away.
Yeah, I think we have one given to
To
us.
save the witch.
Yeah. What was the roll?
2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
Oh, she hated me. She gave me the shit one.
That tracks.
Again, failed folk. Whereas I'm her meal ticket.
All right. So health potion slammed. Are you guys good to go?
Well, no, but I
Yes.
don't have another health potion.
Roll me some initiative, please. As you guys reach the fallen tower, you're not quite
I
sure.
somehow rolled worse.
The giant has no longer from sight, but last you saw him, he was somewhere in this vicinity.
I'll take an 18.
Then he mysteriously gets added to turn order, so you know he's here. All right, let me get initiative going.
That's where GM's layer comes in handy.
I have a GM layer, but I don't need it.
I just mean when you can put them in the GM layer and then give them an initiative, and they'll still be in it.
Yeah. And then it really confuses your party when you're like, okay, it's this guy's turn, and they're like, who?
Yeah, dude. I had so many good games where they're just like, wait, what? Like the party starts freaking out when there's new enemies. Like, oh yeah, he's already.
Yeah, he's been here the whole time.
So, yeah.
All right, Raylaf, you're up.
Is that a ledge above me, behind me?
It is above you and behind you, yes.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Perfect. Draw my bow. Shoot the guy.
He intercepts the arrow with his shield.
Okay. And that will be it for this turn.
All right, Fenrir.
All right. Well, seeing only one threat, Fenrir being the wise ruler that he is, it's like, easy town. And rushes forward. Still only seeing the one. He's just like, and is going to bring his awesome sword down towards this guy, setting up for the push down to expose the heart, but he wants to keep this snow goblin on his toes, or he's going to crit on him. So,
all right, you rush up to him and you slam your sword down his chest with just a flurry of blood and a jagged because he is now badly wounded.
and he calls out, "That's for the wound that I have."
I don't even know who you are. Unfortunately, a 14. He seeing you come back again, he's like, He hides behind his shield, and you just kind of crash into it with your blade.
And because Fenrir's just he's like, "Wait, you don't? Whoa, I'm sorry. That's very racist of me. I thought you were the one that did this. My bad."
All right, his turn.
Fenrir is very PC.
Poking out from behind his shield, he's like, and he's kind of trying to swing at you with his little axe. All right, and then he crits.
See, this is what happens when you're not PC.
Yeah. For 9 slashing damage, and then he comes in with the bite and misses. Hakan, you're up.
I'm gonna move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see Mister here. I assume I can attack him.
No. No, you can attack him. Are you taking me serious? Sorry, you carry on. All right.
I destroy him.
Is
Is it what we're rolling the 2?
No. The goblin is looking incredibly like thrilled that he got one in on Fenrir, as he in his humble tiny fey opinion, as good as he got. And then Hakan rounds the corner and just kind of gulfs his head off.
Yes, exactly. With the heads when they're standing. Yeah, no, you good job. Appreciate.
That's right. Head standing, heart on their back. I'm doing it backwards. I thought head, back, heart standing. Ugh.
And Akon just kind of looks around because he still has one attack, but he can't reach anyone. And he sees this one in the distance, and he points like the monkey in Family Guy. Sorry, copyright. Almost like the monkey in Family Guy.
Legally distinct. Legally distinct from.
Yes.
Okay. Rayla, you're up.
Well, I don't see what Hakan is pointing at all, so that's just frightening. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I think I see one. Or I think I see two, but I'm pretty sure I know which one is the one he's pointing at. So I'm going to bonus action to dash. 5, 10. Oh, stop it. 15. I got a clear shot on that?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay. Then I will.
When Vegas is done, he'll throw it into the chat. But this awesome map and the map previous, which was not as awesome, but this awesome map is made by Gabriel Picard. You can find him over at Roll20. Link will be in the Twitch chat. I don't have a bot for Mixer. I don't know if I can get him bot from Mixer, but on Mixer the links are in the description down below.
And as I come up, rather than actually shoot my arrow at him, I'm around the corner and see him. And I'm gonna say to him, "Oh no! Now I see why Hakan make that face. I have seen a few of your type so far, and you are most certainly the ugliest."
He's got a +0 wisdom, so he failed.
So 4 psychic damage. I hate rolling d4s, and he has disadvantage on his next attack before the end of his next turn.
Yeah, so he looks from either side of him, locks out with you, and then with a really sad face goes,
I mean, this is accurate, so I'm not sorry. That was 15, so 20, 25, 30. Back to here.
Okay.
Done.
Fenrir, you're up.
Fenrir is going to call out in Giant. Hello, Giant. You here? If you all wouldn't mind, battling you, we could just have a fight. We just for superiority. And then he's going to wait and take the dodge action.
Okay. Their turn. All right. The one who hath been insulted, he's going to duck behind this staircase, and as he does, he whips out a sling, and he's going to fire it at Hakan. And it sails through the air, and no one actually sees where it lands. Next, a little snow goblin's going to pop out. 5, 15, because crossing over that is difficult terrain. 20, 25 is going to attack Fenrir with disadvantage, because Fenrir is dodging. So he swings with the axe, and it's going to miss.
Oh, good call.
And then he swings, and then he lunges forward to bite, and just kind of nibbles on the edges of Fenrir's shield. And I need to, okay, 5, 10, what do you see? He's got a pretty good sight line on Raylath there, so whipping out his sling, he's going to take a shot. Sails through the air, and plops Raylath on the head for 3 bludgeoning damage. But wait, he was actually at disadvantage, so he actually missed. You take no damage. Alright, yeah, because he was at long range, and that was my bad.
It was actually a pebble, and he goes like, "Crap! I needed my bigger rocks."
And then it's Hakan's turn.
Well,
Sometimes you just have
Akon.
trouble getting your rocks off.
Oh. Is there any difficult terrain between me and that one?
Yes.
Because
Cli-
otherwise,
Climbing
I
up
can.
the ruin, if there's a shadow underneath it, would be difficult terrain. Yeah.
So
that
here would be
30 feet. Yeah.
that would be 30 feet spot on. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So 30 feet spot on. And he has his sling out, so I'm not sure how much he can defend, but I'm gonna attack him.
Yeah, he has reduced AC because he doesn't have a shield out. This takes two
Well,
hands.
23 for 17, max damage, non-crit.
Okay, you make a fine paste out of his face.
Well, now I regret moving here, and again, holding another attack, Ikon looks around, and he goes like, damn it! And he waits for this one.
Okay, Raylath, you're up.
Okay, so if that one was the ugliest, then this one over here is the stupidest, and you, my friend, you are about to be the deadest.
Do they have mass vicious word? Vicious mockery? They should.
Oh, right? That should totally be a thing.
Third level
in the
spell.
meantime,
Mass
come
vicious
on
mockery.
now.
Okay, well, if it makes you feel any better, he passed, so nothing happens to him.
I just kind of look crestfallen. Fenrir, I'm going to need you to. I know I couldn't do it, but I need you to do it. Like make him the deadest for me, if you wouldn't mind. If you'd be so kind, I greatly appreciate. And I will bonus action to help him on his attack against this guy.
Okay, Fenrir, you're up.
Well, I was hoping to get the giant, but I mean, if that's how it's going to be, I guess I'll just attack this snow goblin. Kind of forgetting that he's still speaking giant. He will take up Raylet's advice and will attack this sturdy snow goblin with advantage.
Right, you give him a pretty decent cut.
Well, hopefully I shall rectify that and rectify him.
Well, he is near death.
Listen, if you just want to run away, it's no. And then I mean that's not an action or anything. That's just me talking to him. Oh, bonus action. Haha. Keep forgetting. You know what? Bonus action. You can look towards Rayleth and say, you know what? I believe in you. You can get this other one over here, and you're gonna have some bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Something I hardly ever use.
So this snow goblin, does anyone speak Sylvan?
Sylvan?
Nope.
Okay. He says a short phrase in Sylvan before striking out at Fenrir. Axe. That's a hit. For 4 slashing damage. Bite. That's a miss. Alright, and the remaining one is going to fire his slingshot at Raylath. Sling. It hits. Or does it?
Still at, he's still at 40 feet.
Okay, I'm going to have him move up 20. There we go. Now he
Okay.
hits. For 5 bludgeoning damage. And then it's Hakon's turn.
I don't think I can reach that guy. But let's see. Oh, I actually can, I think.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, there's another one. But still, I'm going to attack this one. Critical failure. So, yeah, no nut hit. And the second attack, 14 for 8.
He takes it on the shield.
Ah, could have rerolled both of those. But that's it for me.
Alright, Raylath.
Raylath is gonna go ahead and 5. Actually, from right here, he's gonna shoot this guy.
Which guy?
This guy.
Oh, okay.
Let me take off an arrow. Attack. I might be using that bardic inspiration. I'm going to use that bardic inspiration. It's a d6 for you, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the 14, he manages to raise his shield just in time to intercept your arrow. Yeah. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'll sulk back here. I'm
Okay.
done.
Fenrir, you're up.
All right. As he seems to be the only one capable of hurting this one goblin, he's gonna make a quick attack against him before moving forward in search of this giant. Kind of like just whatever.
Yeah.
You
Just
die
as
now.
you walk past him, you just kill him.
Yeah. And 5, 15, 20. It's just like, hello, is there a joint in here? You seen a joint? And he gets no response. Yeah, all right, well, just going to cue you in while we get a giant out here. Still speaking giant because he's hoping the giant will hear him and also is forgetting that he's speaking giant.
Alright, well, yeah, you just cut at him and he
Yeah.
ducks underneath it.
Yeah.
And then his turn, he's going to try to clap you back. Yep. He crits for 7 slashing damage. And then he bites you for another 6 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Okay, well, luckily I hadn't changed the initial total, so I'll just...
And then it's Hakon's turn.
1, 3, I'm assuming 4. My turn to bash. I was on a weapons tab and I clicked away. I don't know why.
Because you are silly. All right.
24 for double reroll if needs be.
Well, yes, you can go ahead and double reroll if you want. Okay.
So 1 reduced and 1 increased.
So that's a +4 on damage.
I believe total, yeah.
Alright, he is badly wounded with your first strike.
Well, he's gonna get struck again, hopefully. 23, and I'm not gonna reroll that one because I think he did.
Alright, you turn him into modern art on the wall.
Modern art. So I said 30, so I'm gonna go explore ahead of
You said 30,
Fenrir.
but yeah.
So
So you have 3.
3.
You have 15 feet of movement left.
4, 5, 6. The perspective is fucking me up. Good job on the lighting. I don't see him. I don't see the giant. That's what I report to Fenrir.
Okay. And Raylath.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And I'm going to see Fenrir's current condition and be like, I'm going to need you to stop with the bleeding. Like don't just don't do that anymore, okay?
Their axes are tiny but mighty.
That's Jesus. That's 6 hit points healed on a healing word.
I mean, that's almost max.
It seems worth it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and for my action, dash. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No, it's Hakan is 100% accurate. No giants in here. And I'm done.
Okay, Fenrir, your turn.
All right, well, you're going to go check over here then. Just giant, if you're around here, that's 15, 20, 25, 30. I've done killed all your snow goblin friends. 35, 40,
You can
and
move.
then...
Oh, you're dashing?
No, I'm just...
Oh, you're just a barbarian, right.
Barbarian, doing barbarian stuff, but with a dodge.
Okay. Hakon, you're up.
That's a wall. I don't feel like it would be in these tiny rooms either, so I'm gonna back out. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then I don't see any enemies as far as I can Let me just scroll the map around a little. I'm gonna try going to the right as well, I think. So I'm gonna dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Hand on my turn. I don't see anything up here.
All right, Raylath, your turn.
Trying to think if there's anything I can. Ooh, hold on.
Hold up.
No, never mind. I thought I had a thing, but it's not a thing. We're gonna move around a little bit. What is it like? Difficult to move in through this space?
No.
Okay, 5, 10. Oh, there's nothing there. 15, 20, 25.
It's difficult terrain to
Nope.
go over that.
Okay, 35, 40. Bonus action to dash. 5. We'll have another. The things. The stuff is over here. And I will yell that out. And then from there. What did we say? That was 15 to get to there?
Yeah.
Yeah. There. Step back there. And I actually 20, 25, 30. I'm going to step there and then knock an arrow and ready in action to shoot anything that I can see that isn't one of my allies if
Okay.
it comes in sight.
Fenrir.
Done.
Not quite certain what Rayleth means by the things are over here. Fenrir's just gonna continue walking around here, be like, Giant, you around here? So that was 20. Brings us to 40. And what the heck? Giant, if you don't come out, I'm going to assume that you forgive or given up and we win. Just the way it goes.
We call dibs on it.
All right. He comes out, sling in hand, spins it over his head, and lets one loose, and it just flies away. Okay. You hear from inside the ruin. Oh, I know, surrender. No, from the stump, if you will.
Okay. like behind me? Okay. No, all right.
And then it's a con's turn.
2. 3, I believe.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. And then I'm gonna dash 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My God, you guys are so far. But I'm done.
Alright, Ray, I threw up.
So I heard the giant.
Yeah. Well, you heard
Okay,
like it faintly, because you're in.
We find him. Good. 5, 10, 15. Oh. Is that a clear shot at this boy?
Yep.
I'm going to take that clear shot. And knock that down one. Roll the attack. That's a 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
That is
You
8
thwing
piercing
him
damage.
right in the shoulder. He's been thwinged.
Okay, and that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's more. There's more of them out here.
Well, yeah, I can see it right there. You just showed it.
35, 40.
It's
and I'm
more
done.
for poor Akon that sees nothing and is currently quite distraught.
All done.
Fenrir, you're up.
Alrighty. So, kicking things off. Just gonna keep moving forward because he heard this giant saying he didn't surrender, but it still hasn't come out yet. So, he's like, "Oh, I see what you mean by more." You're talking about one giant. You there? I mean, if you don't show up, I mean, it's pretty much you surrendering. And then gonna take the dodge action as he wants this giant. He's like, he doesn't want to waste time with these dirty snow goblins, even though he hates them so much. So this is killing him.
All right, this one is going to continue to try to sling at you at disadvantage. He's going to hit for 6 bludgeoning damage. Then he's going to slink back inside. This one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then he's going to dash up to meet you. And that's it.
I knew I should have done.
I
Blade
said
Ward.
I no surrender. 10, 20, 25. I hear. Akon, you're up.
1, 2, 3. Crossing that, is that a
Yes,
difficult terrain?
difficult terrain.
So 5, 6. Gonna dash 1. Which
they-
better, here or here? How do I cross through this?
I would assume this is difficult, but this wasn't when I went out it.
You can cross that just fine. It's just a few.
Oh.
Okay,
Just a few stones
2,
around.
3. Oh my god. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Unless this is difficult
Nah,
terrain, then
you're
it's
going
6.
down. You're going down. You're fine.
Okay, 6.
Okay.
Fenrir.
Right, you're up.
Are you out of breath? I've just been walking.
It just now occurred to me why everything on this part of the map that I'm in looks like a side scroller.
Jesus, took you a while.
I'm like, why? I'm not going to question the stairs. I'm just not going to question it. And they're like, oh, because this is the part that got knocked over on its side. I knew that.
Yeah, I'm okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, Jesus, there he is. I'm gonna shoot this goblin boy right here.
This bucko.
The one that ran up to my Jarl uninvited. That is a 15 to hit.
Okay. For 16 damage.
16 damage.
He is near death.
Okay, and then I will take my last 5 feet to step right here.
Okay.
And you know what? We're gonna bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
30.
30.
Climbing up.
Oh, 30, 35. Okay. And just for shits and giggles, 40. There we go. Done.
Okay. Fenrir, you're up.
Okay, just give me a sec. So before I decide what I'm going to do I know much about giants? I mean, I can speak I know their language, obviously, but the field folks speak that. Does he seem like a small giant to me?
Oh yeah, he seems like a small giant to you.
It's a baby giant.
But he is like rotund.
Yeah.
Like
He's just not like.
Yeah, he's very squat and very round. The fat of his neck is kind of spilling out over his chest.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, you kind of seem bigger from afar, so this is kind of embarrassing. Yeah. So first things he's gonna do is still in giant is, all right, Fenrir, you got this. You can do this. You can take him. This is what you've been meant to do. I'm gonna cast healing word on myself as a bonus action. Do I want to do healing word or do I want to do heroism? Actually, yeah, let's do healing word. I'll stick with my original.
6, all right.
All right. And that brings me up to a 30. And then I'm going to take a swing at this snow goblin in front of me and like, all right, if you don't mind getting out of my way.
He blocks it with his shield.
It's going to get an opportunity attack against.
Oh, okay. He's going to swing with the axe and miss.
And then seeing this big giant boy in front of him, he's going to swing his sword at him, being like, all right, well, now come out. Guess we can just have this fight here.
Yep.
And actually,
you do a lot more damage than that.
Yeah, but I ran out of weapon slots. So
you can make it a class action. You just have to enable it whenever you fight a giant.
Fair enough. That's what I'll do. So I'll just roll an additional 4 damage.
So that's 17 damage. Oh!
There's more where that come from. And that's it for me.
Okay. This goblin's gonna rush Hakan, swinging his axe, finding purchase for 4 slashing, and then lunging with his teeth, biting Hakan for another 4 piercing.
Ow! Okay, can I go back into the ruin?
Alright, this goblin is going to have to, since he wants his shield and his axe out, he's going to run up behind Fenrir, but he's using his action to get both of his weapons, both of his items readied. So that's him. And then it is the giant's turn. And the giant says, "I like you." Oh.
That tracks.
However, because he spent 2 rounds dashing and his stat block says he can't dash, he just kind of puts his hands on his knees and goes, "Give me a minute, and then oh boy will I." And then it's Hakon's turn.
I'm gonna attack this guy.
He's
18
dead.
for 12.
Yeah.
Dead. Okay, now where can I go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, too bad there's this in the way. That's where I would have been. So swing. I'll fight this guy, but there's this guy. I'm gonna get rid of this guy for Fenrir. I'm gonna be a nice colleague here. So I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna attack this guy. 23 for 15.
All right. You just kind of bug swat him across like 15 square feet. Just.
And with my last point of movement, he moves up, and Akon says, "This is gonna be fun."
Okay. Raylapse, you're up.
I do not understand. 5, 10, 15. How is this going to be fun? 20, 25. 30 is like I'm drawing a blank here. 35. We'll stop there. And I want to do a thing. No, if it's a thing though.
Okay, neat.
All right, very descriptive.
You know what? We're gonna do. So that was 35, 40, 45. So the bonus action dash. So 5. For my action, I'm just gonna come up and I will pat Fenrir on the back. I know you have faith in me, and I let you down, but I have faith in you because you have not let me down yet. You are going to do very good here, very, very good. Jesus Christ! And then I'm going to, as a second level spell slot, cast Cure Wounds on Fenrir. That cannot be that. For 7 points of healing. For 7 points of
Healing Wordsworth.
For 7.
Yeah, we all saw it.
5. And I'll see that it didn't really do what I wanted and go, fuck it, you got this. 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, we're going to go 25, 30, 35, 40.
Good grief. Actually, you used 5 feet of movement to get up to Fenrir, so you're here.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Not that it matters, because the last thing left is the giant. But anyway, Fenrir, you're up.
First of all, Fenrir is going to look towards Hakon and say, "All right, you heard him. Just got to give him a minute, so let's just wait for him to be ready." And with that,
Hakon looks at you like, what?
What?
with that, you're going to get a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And then Fenrir is going to take the dodge action.
Okay, the giant's like, okay, I'm ready. And then he winds up and tries to literally front, full palm slap Fenrir. He has a +7 to hit. That is a miss, so he's like, and he's gonna try again. Oh, he has disadvantage. He missed, but he has disadvantage because you took the dodge. So, okay, well that's a hit with that's a 24.
If you had rolled both dice, you would have wasted 117 on the first roll.
Oh, whatever.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's an RNG.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's
Chaos theory.
Chaos. It's gonna land. All right, and he's gonna slap you with his left hand for 13 bludgeoning damage. Just pow.
You should join the Russian in that face slapping contest that they do.
All right, Hakon, you're up.
The Hakon's gonna be like, "Can I now?" to Fenrir.
Yeah, we gave him his moment. He attacked me.
Okay, well, Hakon's gonna go all out, and especially after seeing this slap, he's actually gonna go all out. So I'm gonna use 1 expense of Fighting Spirit to gain advantage on every attack, plus 5 temporary hit point, which I believe I might need them for this fight. So I'm gonna put them in my green circle. And now with advantage, I'm gonna Bardic Inspiration. If I roll low, I can add it, right? It's a 1d6, I believe. I don't think it's 10. Even if I roll 6, I don't think it's gonna be worth it. But the damage kind of worth it.
The benefits of at Adventures League you roll all your dice at once, right? Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not required. It's just a table rule.
Right.
Nope.
A 12 does not hit.
Despite being a giant, sorry. And I'm gonna try again with advantage. That's a 23, and I can reroll both of these.
Oh yeah, it's Snake Eyes. Holy shit. You have 20 strength? Jeez, Jesus. Okay. So that's 13 damage?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And you're done?
Alas, yes.
Alright, Raylath, you're up.
All right, 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna shoot him. That's a thing that I do well. I'm gonna roll that. Boom. 17 to hit.
It is a hit.
14 total damage. And then
Just kind of sticks into his fat. He's like, oh!
and then as a bonus action to Fenrir. Okay, so now this one, he's bigger than Snow Goblin. So the head might be hard, and knocking him down for the heart might also be hard. So, just like hit him really hard in like the ankle or something, like cut tendons. That should work. That'd be good. Bonus action help.
Yeah. Fenrir, you're up.
So, does this guy have a weapon?
No, he's just actually he has a weapon in him. He has like a sword stuck between the fat of his neck. He has the front half of a spear lodged in his forearm, and he has about a half dozen arrows sticking out of him. All these
Okay,
wounds,
but he doesn't have like.
Yeah, he's not wielding a weapon.
Fenrir just kind of looks at him like, well, I gave you a moment and then you slapped me. That's not very nice. I don't like being slapped much. And his rage is unleashed as a bonus action. And then, with advantage, he's going to make an attack against this guy that just pimp slapped him.
How do you have? You have advantage from the help. Carry on.
I love it when he gets mad. Love it.
And of course, my father and brother start to rise up and just start throwing essentially yo mama jokes about being fat, but you so fat.
You so fat.
Yeah. Like your blood is gravy.
Yeah.
You sit on a Rabel and Skittles pops up. That kind of stuff.
He starts looking hungry.
More rolls than a German bakery.
Alright, then you get an extra 2d6, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And in case anyone's wondering, he has a Giant Slayer longsword, so... Alright, he's now wounded.
I'm going to follow it up, hoping to wound him more. Assuming an 18
Yeah,
hit.
that's a hit.
Huzzah. Loving these Giant Slayer rolls. Oh, the other thing I need him to do, and he has to make 2 of them because I totally forgot, he has to make some strength saving throws.
Okay. What's the DC?
15.
What? You cut out.
15?
15.
1-5?
He needs a 10 or higher. Okay, you got a natural 1. So
Okay.
he's prone?
Yeah, that would be off the first one, so I'm just gonna roll again. I'll just roll a d20 to see if
If
the
you crit.
second one
Yeah,
would be also. Yeah. See. Whoop. No. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
And if he wasn't already prone, he would have to make another one and freeze my.
You cut out right at the end there. What? Are you done?
That's it for me.
Okay, cool. Alright, well, he is going to laboriously stand. And as he does, he kind of like rises his head past Hakan, and his face, his expression changes. He's like, half-blood. And he's going to attack Hakan. I think he gets disadvantage because of your spirits. Or something happens because of your spirits.
Correct. He has disadvantage, and if he does hit, Hakan has resistance to the damage.
Oh, nice.
And that's for all attacks or just the first one?
All attacks.
Okay, well, here we go. +6 to hit. A 14 is a miss.
Miss.
And he's going to attack at Hakan again, filled with rage at the sight of this half-giant. And then another 14 will miss. Miss. All right, Hakan, you're up.
Miss. Well, I'm gonna show him how you hit. However, I'm not gonna use his fighting
Well,
spirit.
when he swings at you, he kind of he's looking around like he's like something's distracting him that you can't see, and he's like. And the second time he hit, he kind of went over your head as if he's batting at something over him.
Try to see. It doesn't say when my temporary hit points go away.
Temporary hit points last until you take a rest or you replace them with new temporary hit points, or they go away.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I'm gonna swing at him with normal attacks. My thing is lagging. Oh, that's a crit! That's
Fuck
an
yeah.
insane crit!
Boom! You take his knee out. Everyone hears this resounding crack as he just falls on one knee and he's like, oh! He is badly wounded.
Well, that should give me the energy to attack again. That's a 24 for 13. I could reroll that too, and I think I will unless Jake can reroll that I don't need to, but I doubt it.
I've been kind of playing it fast and loose with who can see Fenrir's spirits. So, you know what, Fenrir? You can decide. I assume, obviously, your target can for the effects.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought everyone could see it.
Yeah, it should have been from session 1. I've had people not react, and so I'm like, ooh, I guess they can't see it. And so...
Okay, that's cool.
I guess
They just don't believe.
They just don't believe, yeah. Alright, so that's a 14 total?
Yes.
Alright, how do you want to kill the giant?
Well, after I kneecap him, essentially, and he falls to the side, trying to see what would be the coolest move afterwards. Suggestions for Hakon to kill a giant?
Giant hammer uppercut to the chin.
Oh, I do enjoy that. So he take kind of a golf stance almost and just like hits him under the chin.
Alright, and you hit him with such force that not only does he fly backwards, but all the arrows that have been stuck in him pop out. And then he falls backwards, dead.
Oh, thank you for that, Hakan. I'm gonna scavenge as many arrows as I can.
Alright, you get 2. Extra.
Okay.
And then if you guys take the time, you guys can get 1 arrow, or 1 arrow for every 2 you shot, which is my general rule. If you have time to scavenge. Okay. Alright, with that, let me go ahead and kind of like, the giant is kaput. You take him off. And then you said the men of Hondalabin were moving in to kind of cover y'all's...
With the recruits.
Okay, with the recruits. Yeah, again, this is very rough. Okay, so that was that one. Okay. Oh, did I forget? Yes, I did. Okay, I'll just wrap it into here. All right. So as you guys kind of retreat back from on top of the hill, the battle's still going. However, the battle lines have shifted. For one thing, the units that were covering Fenrir's flank were destroyed. However, Fenrir's unit was able to pull back on the line without taking very many casualties. And unfortunately, all 90 volunteers have fallen. But the Winter Wolves were completely destroyed by Kyaton and Clacker. So Clacker swings his men around that side, and Kyaton swings around that side. I don't think these drawings obey... Yeah, they don't obey the squares, which is why everything's getting kind of fucked up.
Do you have them set as drawings?
No, they just...
Do you have snap to grid enabled?
Ooh, do I? I don't think...
Because that might be one of the reasons.
I don't know how to turn that on for drawings. Neither here nor there.
When we come down, is it possible to do something before we, like, still at the giant
yeah, sure. This is just like, this will be what happens,
yep.
you know, after you guys come down. So if you guys want to do something roleplay-wise, please.
Yes, Fenrir wants to cut off the giant's head and take it with him.
Okay. The snow goblins no longer have the direction of the giant, but the giant wasn't exactly a strategist as they go. So they're kind of they're no longer moving in a very good way. Like, they're not moving strategically. They're just kind of charging now. It's the ice sprites that are the real problem, being that they are flying with bows. They've basically destroyed the 90 volunteers basically on their own. The snow goblins and a snow goblin and a huskar are pretty much equal. Huskar probably has a bit of an advantage on armor. Yeah. So the snow goblin line, you guys have cut huge chunks out of it, but they're still, fighting strong, and the ice sprites, of course, are just raining down death. Very few of the warriors who had been fighting up to this point were skilled archers. You may have had some who even... most of them didn't even bring bows. So those that do have pulled back to the rear of their battling lines and are just shooting up at the ice sprites, but you're firing up and they're firing down. It's not looking good. Luckily, everyone has a shield.
Yeah, they have the high ground.
They have the high ground, yeah. And it's at this point where the middle of the snow goblin line is starting to break, which means you're about to break them into two halves, which is very good, especially now that you've killed the giant. However, it's at this moment that the trollkin have arrived, and they are coming in on the left flank and from behind. Fenrir, from your position in the battle, because you were at the height of the hill before coming down with the giant's head. Despite the fact that you are about to break the snow goblin line, as you can clearly see from this representation, you guys have taken extraordinary losses. And with the arrival of the trollkin, it doesn't look like you're probably not going to be able to win this.
Well, not with that attitude. Jeez.
Just as a seasoned commander, that is what you would be able to ascertain.
Okay, so I'm about to do something that may change that. So, we're still kind of on the hill.
Yeah.
We're still coming down. I would like to hoist this dead giant's head above my head and let loose something that is similar to but legally distinct from a sand people or sand raiders. Just this triumphant yell, and then if possible, throw the head towards the snow goblins.
Okay.
Trying to intimidate the fuck out of them.
We'll roll intimidate.
I don't know if I'm very intimidating. I'm kind of a jolly kind of guy, but
Oh, that's...
Nope, I'm a very jolly person. I'm just trying to struggle get blood in my...
Yeah.
I'm puking.
So you throw the giant's head down, and as it rolls down, it does take one of the snow goblins just out. Just lands on him, crushes him, he's dead. However, the snow goblins around him are too much involved in fighting your men to really notice your display. In fact, with the snow goblins who are kind of trying to close in on you guys because you're at the tip of the wedge, so you just have time to pull back within your men before the more snow goblins kind of crash down around you. So what do you want to do about these trollkin and your situation, which is growing increasingly more dire?
I have no clue personally.
Well, you two feel free to give him suggestions. Raylath Akon, you guys are here. You're also aware of the situation?
Akon would probably have not been paying much attention, fighting what was ahead of him until maybe some people pointed out, the Trollkin are here! And of course, Akon, his first reflex is oh yes, more big things to fight! And that's when he turns and he goes shit, where's everyone?
As that's happening and Fenrir's doing his thing.
His legally distinct thing, yeah.
Legally distinct thing. Rayleth is just pacing behind a little bit so that he's still got the slightly higher ground on the hill that this keep was on. And is very carefully surveying the battlefield, counting, taking numbers, and doing math in his head, and he'll jog to catch up with Fenrir and say, okay, so the Trollkin coming in from the rear flank. We could take the snow goblins. We could rout the sprites, but the Trollkin are going to be difficult. If we deal with them and don't deal with the goblins or the sprites are going to pick us off one by one. If we don't deal with the Trollkin, they're going to wade right through us. We either have to split the men and hope for the best, or now would be good time to call for honorable retreat.
Hakon, in opposite of what Relat just suggested, Hakon knows that all the Huskarls have shields, and that's pretty much what's left standing, right?
Yeah, any non-Huskarl at this point is dead, and the Huskarls have been cut in half. Like, well, not in half. Your total force has been reduced by half. Like, yeah.
Hakon is gonna be more of the reckless, brave type deal, and he's gonna say, "I'm sure that if we form a circle of shield wall, we can cover both, all directions and fight our way through this."
If we form a shield wall, if we form circle with shield, that means all the enemies are on the outside coming into us. What are we fighting our way towards if that is the case? There is no objective. There's no objective there other than to die.
Is it possible
to get attack in all directions?
Jacob, would it be possible to get all of our guys up the hill towards the keep?
You could probably get your men and Oddman the Younger's men up the keep, but by the time you positioned Kyotan and Clacker, they would probably, their rear would be getting attacked by the Trollkin.
Well, this is kind of a shit sandwich.
And unfortunately, the enemies are the bread right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trust me, Hakan, I understand the usefulness and the effectiveness of a phalanx. But right now, this is we have done everything we can do. We have taken out the giant. We have dealt a serious blow to their forces. But to finish this, we will all die. And they might not.
Hakon doesn't want to ruin the morale, but when you say that, Relat, Hakon has a face that says, "What's so bad about that?" But you can tell that he's smart enough not to say it, but he's not worried about it.
Well, see, here's the thing. If we try to retreat, we're pretty much boned. Because the only way we can retreat, as I go to my marker, is we have to go this way. However, in doing so, Trollkins come in on our side, and they come in from behind us, and we get boned.
That is where you have... This is where you have to make the decision on whose men are going to hold them off so the rest of us can get out.
You do have an escape route, because you completely wiped out the White Wolves, the Winter Wolves, but Raylath does have a point. Someone's got to engage the Trollkin in order for everyone else to escape.
And quite frankly, should be easy decision.
Well, it's not an easy decision for PR because I'm trying to... Because I know what Fenrir would choose, and it's not conducive to the story at all.
Well, go with what Fenrir would choose, and then the story will change.
All right. Well, Raylith, you have
oh
an
no!
excellent point.
I just realized what he's gonna do.
Oh yeah, Deacon. Good luck. Good luck with the story, my friend.
He hands Raylath his father's sword, grabs another sword, and says, me and my men will stay here. You take the rest. Get this to my sister. That ice woman fears her. She is our only hope.
At
And
this
then-
point, Rayleth completely drops pretense and drops the accent, and in normal accented North, are you fucking stupid? Are you God, I get the honor thing and I get where you're coming from, but you are being moronic right now. You send Oddman the baby in to deal with this. And
if we do that, then we'll be fighting amongst ourselves. Oddman will not join us. We'll be screwed either way. That ice woman is terrified of my sister.
You send his Thane then, and you live to fight another day, because the ice woman, whatever the fuck she is, she might be scared of your sister, but that's because she doesn't know exactly what you're capable of yet. And if I lose you here, I go back to literally everyone wanting my head on a beautifully decorated platter.
And Hakon's gonna wade in and say, I'm all for the fight, but if we are to leave some men behind, I suggest your Tane and his Tane.
Well,
So Clacker and
I'm not gonna try to retcon what Hakon suggests, because Hakon may not know, but Fenrir will know just one unit needs to stay behind. It doesn't need to be two.
yeah, but Hakon is thinking like from a leadership perspective. If you lose one of your own and one of their own, then the
Right, no,
loss is
again,
less
I
felt.
wasn't trying to retcon what Hakon was saying.
Yeah,
I'm just providing all the information that Fenrir would have.
Also, Radleth, a very nice accent. I'm glad to see that you've been working on that. You sound like us.
Is difficult, but I needed to get my point across.
No, it's a lot easier to understand you when you don't have. No offense, your normal, like your normal voice.
This is, you know what, this is not even up for discussion right now. Either you make this decision or I'm going to leave. And you can deal with this however you see fit. You are sending us. You look at who your closest friends are. What is going to happen if we go back to Suderhofen without you? They're going to string us up and spill our entrails all over the city for not being able to save you.
Not really, but okay.
That's what I would do.
Well, that's just kind of vicious for a tailor. So, Fenrir pulls out a coin. Doesn't matter what type it is. He's just gonna flip a coin on this. On heads or odds, it'll be Clacker, and on evens or tails, it'll be Kiartan.
Now I don't have to die because you can't pronounce his name.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember which was which.
Well, you got your wish.
Oh, Kyoto. Okay. So you send a message for Kyoto to break rank and attack the Trollkin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kyoto does it. He breaks formation and charges the Trollkin with a mighty roar. And we're gonna continue the kind of the fight we were having, because you guys are still engaged with the ice, the snow goblins. So let me set that up real quick. Okay. We're going to do a quick encounter. You guys going to fight some more snow goblins, and then we're going to see how that all resolves. Initiative, please.
That I just want to say that hurt me as a player to have Raylith speak to Fenrir like that.
This was a Telltale game. Fenrir will remember that.
Ew.
Does the crowd go wild because I'll finally roll above 5? Yay!
And the crowd goes mild.
Yep,
Yay.
essentially mild. My god, will I go first?
You will.
Also, just keeping with the sequentialness of our game.
Yeah. All right, Hakan, you're up.
I don't know what to do. What do I do when I'm first?
I think you kill.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go right there. Sounds like 30 feet worth of distance. Yellow! Since we're retreating, I kind of want to get this done as quickly as possible, but I'm not sure if we're gonna face anything else on the way out, which is very possible. Let's see what I have for resources. I have this, that, and that. So I could use one more of these, which I think I will. I will use one more charge of Fighting Spirit to try and expel these two guys as quickly as possible. First attack on the guy on my left, advantage. 26 for I can re-roll that too. 4 plus 5, that means 16.
He is
Plus
near
4,
death.
sorry. That's not 16, but not 15. Sorry. Anyway, 15.
He's near death.
Yes, plus 4. Fuck, I don't want to waste advantage on that guy, but I guess it's going to be the way to go. Advantage again.
Okay, he's dead.
27, not reroll that. That is dead.
Just in case you need clarification, if you get new amounts of temporary hit points, you take the higher of whichever. So you don't. It doesn't stack. Okay.
Yeah, no, I stay at 5.
Okay, cool.
Stuck at 5. That's it.
Okay. Relay left. You're up.
Let's measure this out. 30. Yeah, 20. Perfect.
My green circle's not.
Let's Fenrir, we work on them. You start from the right, I go from the left, and I will bonus action to help Fenrir on that one, right there, and then this one over here. I'm going to shoot.
Which one? This one?
All the way to the left. 22
all the way
to
to the
hit.
left. Okay, a 22 to hit is a hit for 8 damage.
And I'm going to spend a Bardic Inspiration to add 2d6 psychic damage to that for an additional 9.
Jesus, okay, he is very near death.
Get wrecked, son.
Yeah, that's so. That was bonus action and action, and we're just gonna step over here.
Okay.
Done.
All right, Hakon's getting attacked. Axe, miss, bite, hit. 3 piercing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fenrir, axe. Yep. That's the day we're having. Oh my lord in heaven! Take 10 slashing damage, my dude, and then he's
Can
gonna
you
try
start
to bite
rolling
you.
physical dice?
And then he missed.
Like Jesus.
This guy's gonna dash. This guy's gonna dash. This guy's gonna dash. Fenrir, you're up.
Sweet. So I'm just going to attack the guy that just hit me with, once again, his tiny but mighty axe.
Tiny mighty axe.
This, like, it's really confusing, Fenrir, because like they're very small, but like when he hit, he's like, "Oh my god, this hurts!" Like, how does this hurt so much?
It's so small it cuts like a razor, like a paper cut. Ah.
Yeah.
And you have advantage from the help. Yeah, okay. 11 damage. That's a crit. He is wounded.
Crit for that. No, that didn't work. That was bad.
It's a noble effort.
You did more damage than he
Yeah.
did, so you're winning.
No, I was trying to do like a tit for tat kind of play on words,
Yeah.
but it was just bad.
Well,
and
he's
then I'm
dead.
gonna follow it up. And then I'm gonna provoke an opportunity attack from the one next to me.
Okay.
He's dead.
It hit. You take 3 slashing.
To step here. And that gentleman needs to make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay. In before 25.
Yeah.
21. He can beat you. He did not.
And he's going to get pushed away. Nope. Their hearts are exposed when they're on their back.
Okay.
On their back.
Okay. Pushed
Yep.
away from the ground, but then back to it. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Khan, you're up.
I need to deal with this guy next. Yeah, I'm tough between my things. I can't see. No, I wouldn't see Fenrir. I would pay attention to Fenrir yet. I'm in middle battle, so no, it's gonna be a normal attack for now. I feel like everything's fine. So 24 for
Okay.
15
He's
on this
badly
dude.
wounded.
I'm gonna swing at him again. Where's my swing? Where did it go?
Shouldn't have gone far.
12.
He's gonna.
10.
He takes it on the armor.
That's gonna be it, because I'm a fighter. I hit, and
Ray
that's it.
left. You're up.
I'll go ahead and pull my rapier and stab this guy in the heart because Fenrir so kindly obliged and set him up for it. Advantage. Oh, that's brutal. That's a crit for what is that? 13?
22
Like
damage.
32.
32 damage.
32.
32 damage. Wow. He was down to 1. So,
Do I kill the other guy just in fright?
No. When you stab him so, like, truly that you actually go back in time and erase him from ever existing.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
Blink,
good.
he's gone.
And the friend was just like, wait, why am I over here? There's a guy over here.
I'm assuming that means there's no blood on the rapier at the moment.
Exactly, it's clean.
Oh,
Just-
okay, well, perfect.
He's gone. He never existed. In fact, we're just gonna tear this stat block out of the book.
And so I'll look over at Fenrir confused and point back at the snow goblin that's up there, be like, why you need to go kill that one, please, and I will bonus action help on this one right here, and I'm done.
All right. This one says something in Sylvan and then lunges forward and probably crits. Actually, he misses, but then he's gonna try to bite, and I think that's gonna be just a perfect hit. Yep, 15. So he gets you for another 3 piercing. And then the 2 up top are going to axe, hit, 5 slashing to Hakan, bite, hit, 5 piercing to Hakan, axe, miss, bite, hit, for another 5. So that's a total of 15.
Ouch! Too bad I can't stone endurance like the whole thing instead of one at a time. Oh well.
All right, and then it's Fenrir's turn.
He is going to turn and kind of face this goblin, just bit him. He's just like, hey, no biting. I'm getting tired of getting slapped and bitten. This is not normally the context in which this happens.
Yay!
I'm kidding. That's
I
never
understood
happened
that
to me.
reference.
So. And then he kind of looks defeated for like a split second as he realizes like he's trying to make a joke and then just spills the truth about himself, and then it's just gonna try to like awkwardly change the subject by slashing at him.
Yeah, he's wounded.
And then we'll follow it up. That's not the sheet. That's a totally different thing. Well, hopefully follow it up. Just kill him and no one will know. No one will know.
Well, he is dead. Raylith will remember that.
And then, yeah, probably. Then for a movement, I'm gonna go stepping over a body. We're not doing the rule where moving over a body is difficult terrain. I will take that silence as no.
I shook my head, but I should have said no.
Sorry, I didn't have that up. One of the other things popped up and blocked the Discord.
That's my bad. I should have vocalized.
Then this snow goblin has to make a check because I'm about to get him on his back, setting him up for a heart stab.
He needs a check because you're checking him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He needs to check himself before I wreck himself.
Oh my! He defeated you. You got a 16 and you got a 17. He's tricksy.
Fired.
See what happens when you roll below a 20?
Yeah, apparently.
All right, Hakan, you're up.
I'm gonna attack this guy that's badly wounded. And with Fenrir close, I know I'm safe. 27, do I need to reroll that one or is he dead?
You sure don't. He's dead as a doornail.
And I'm gonna turn and smash this guy for nothing.
Okay.
I don't know where my hammer went. I just swung nothing, and then when I look, my hammer's there, and I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay.
That's what happens when you fuck
yeah.
with time.
Yep.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I pressed that, my ping's 350. I'm like, what the fuck?
This guy's getting poked. I realize he's not on the ground, so I'm sorry, Fenrir. But 13, I'm assuming, is a
blocks
miss.
with a shield. Yep.
Bonus action. What did I thought that I told you about this bleeding. Not to be doing it. Da? For 6 on a healing word.
That's what you did on the last healing word.
That's no.
And also what I did on my healing word. It's just seems to be the standard.
Okay.
There you go. That's on Fenrir.
All right, Rayos, you done?
So, yes.
Okay. He's going to keep going in on Hakan. So, okay. That's his axe. He axes you a question for 6 slashing damage. And he's going to try to nibble on you and then miss. And then it's Fenrir's turn.
Okay. I wish I could really set up the trip. You know what? I'm going to use my action, and it's going to be the whole action, to try and just trip him. Like, to throw him to the ground or something.
I think you can replace an attack with a shove.
Correct.
Okay.
So you can do your first
But I
attack.
think with the shove, you can only push them away. I didn't think you actually... Because I think the trip action is like a separate thing.
No,
It's the same.
It's a shove. You can either push him 5 feet or knock him prone.
Sweet. So, with my first attack then, yeah. Gonna try and throw him to the ground.
Try. You got a 26. I need a D24 in order to beat that. He's prone.
Okay, and then, seeing as he's prone, I am then just going to actually go for the heart, as this is a first for Fenrir. He's like, I'll try out this heart stabbing thing. I've got them on the ground. All right, here we go. Go for heart.
Well, you got close. You got really close to his heart. He's wounded. Probably perforated the lung.
He's not like a giant, is he?
No, he's a fae. Oh yeah, because you crit. That would have been damage.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to make him have another. He's going to make another check as I slam my shield into him.
You're gonna try rolling him.
I'm going to try shoving him away. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
To add to the insults to the injuries.
You're literally playing with him. Got it.
Yep.
What? He can beat you. He did. He moves out of the way. Hakan.
Well, I'm gonna smash at him with advantage. I believe, right? Because he's
Yeah, you're
down.
just gonna gravity hammer to that.
I aim for the head. I smoosh the head. 27 for 11.
All right. We right at the last second. We cut to when we replace the head with a watermelon, but it's a seamless cut, you know. And he gets splatted.
Hakon is this mustached man.
Sledge-o-matic.
All right.
Can we go back to the fight? It was more merry than this screen.
All right. Because you managed to take out the winter wolves entirely, because you committed 2 forces to it. Clacker's men and Fenrir's men and Oddman the Younger's men, however many of them remain, are able to retreat. And as you guys retreat, we cut to Kiatan, and he kills a trollkin, and he looks, and then a trollkin wearing a coat made of bear fur and has a helmet with huge antlers coming out of it, and he has an axe in each hand, stalks over to Kiatan. And Kiatan lunges with his spear, and with his left axe he bats it away, and then brings down his axe. Kiatan raises his shield. The shield gets cloven in 2 and cuts straight down his chest. And Kiatan just looks down for a moment and just goes, "Ugh," and then falls dead. And as the remainder of the army retreats, they watch as the Trollkin and the Snow Goblins converge on Kiatan's men, killing every last one of them. However, you were able to escape. It was 3 days away.
Yay.
All right. Yeah, you guys leave the battle behind you as you retreat into the plains of the Red Deer Veldt, and that is where we shall go to break. So, we will be back roughly 15 after. We got another hour, 45 minutes of Die Roll Endfrost. Thank you guys for tuning in. We look forward to resuming. Be right back. All right, we're back. Hello, everybody. We are back. All right. So, for those of you who may have missed it, although I don't think anyone did, the battle is over. Fenrir has ordered the retreat, and the last of the troops escapes the grasp, while Kiatan stayed behind to fend off the Trollkin to his death.
Pretty
And
brave sacrifice.
because you guys killed the Winter Wolves, you guys skipped the final fight that I had planned. They did. Alright. The men jog. And jog.
You mean Yogg?
The men jog.
Stop chase.
The men in Yogg's cast. No. The men jog until the sun begins to set. And it's obvious that there is no sign of pursuit at this time. And finally everyone stops, and there's a collective collapse. And finally a head count filters back to Fenrir. And at that moment, Oddman the Younger and Clacker are kind of congregating towards Fenrir as well. Not including the party or the lords. So this plus 6, 90 men made it out.
So
Well, that's not a good count.
Yeah, we lost like 90% of our guys.
I
That
strongly suggest that once we're back home, we hire a treasurer just for the counting of the money.
In case it matters, which it might, of the 90 men, 20 were from Clacker, 40 were from Fenrir, and 30 were from Oddman the Younger.
That could have been much worse. You made the correct decision to tactically withdraw when you did.
I saw the fight going differently. They opposed the stronger resistance than expected.
Well, also, you are like 3 feet taller than the rest of us, so you would have seen different perspective.
Oddman the Younger says, "They were waiting for us."
Mm-hmm. Maybe not us specifically, but us, some force.
A lot of people of the Red Deer Veld just died, and we didn't retake the Foot Keep.
Nope. Certainly did not. Although, not much of a foot keep. He'll keep. Not much of a keep to retake. Most of it was on the ground.
And we also is not complete loss. One, we have much more information is attacking, and two, we took out their giant. That particular group is going to take quite some time to reconvene and be any sort of threat.
One thing to point out, Clacker has a big bandage over half his face. And Oddman the Younger continues. He says, "That wasn't even a frost giant. Just a fatter ogre from where I was standing."
Yeah, that was much smaller giant than I was expecting, which pretty much means we did nothing.
I can understand why from a perspective that you have of many military experiences, why we'll feel that way. But from outside perspective, you put a pretty heavy blow on them. They were not fully defeated, and you did not take back the keep, which is very true. But their leader is gone. I lost count of how many snow goblins were slaughtered. Their winter wolves were decimated. We lost a good amount of men, is true, but a lot of progress was made that could have all been lost if we had not gotten out of there when we did, in order to be able to take this information back and act further upon it. Bodies is not always how you determine winner in battle. Many times, knowledge is how you determine winner. And we have much better knowledge now.
Oh yeah? Are you going to use that knowledge to kill the rest?
Yes.
Maybe you're going to use that knowledge to bring back the ones that we lost. Going to fix the keep with that knowledge?
Are you done? Because if you want to continue acting like spoiled child, I am totally okay to allow that. I understand why you would lash out like this.
Clacker raises a sword right underneath Rayla's throat, and he said, "That's the Jarl you're talking to."
And at that, surprisingly, Hakon just kind of hovers his maul over Clacker's head. That's my friend you're talking to.
All right, we're at 11. Let's bring it down to a 4.
Clacker lowers his sword.
Hakon puts back his maul on his shoulders.
And again, I do not fault any of you for your feelings and how you are react to this. This is not a victory, but it is not a loss. And that is a very big difference. And no, cannot bring back any of those that died with knowledge. No, I cannot rebuild the keep with the knowledge. However, what we have learned can prevent more death and more destruction of our settlements and our cities and our villages.
And one should not mourn the one who passed fighting for their land, their country, and their everything, simply because, don't you call it going to the Hall of Hides? Isn't that one of the greatest honor, even in your culture?
Yep, it certainly is. So imagine my surprise when I was willing to make that journey and someone told me not to.
Yes, is the burden of being a leader.
From my perspective, Jarl Fenrir is, for you, Folk, the Jarl cannot make such rash decisions. It's different for the Fjellfolk, but I can somewhat understand why.
It's not much different. We can make those rash decisions. My father made such a decision. It ended with his life, or ended his life, cost him his life, whatever the saying is.
And no disrespect to the dead or to your father. This is purely perspective. What precisely did that get him? What precisely did that get you?
Oddman
The
the Younger
repercussions.
kind of like straightens up a bit and says, "Jarl, it sounds like you've got a lot on your plate. I've got to take what little of my people back to my father and tell him what's happened. I hope..."
Before you go, I want to say it was an honor fighting with you, and you did your people and your father proud.
And I have to say that the stories of your individual prowess in combat have held up. If we had more men like you, maybe we could have won that. And Kjartan, out of the two of us, he and I, he was the better man, the better warrior. I wish I had stayed behind.
I had a tough decision to make. Had I sent you, there would have been no making amends with your father. I wanted to go, but that seems to not be the table. And Clacker, while seasoned, I would require, or I thought our people would be better off with his knowledge and experience to offer advice. I'm not taking anything away from you, Clacker. You fought bravely, you fought well.
He looks like he's
But-
about to pass out. He just kind of nods like, "Thank you, Lord."
So I'm glad that you say he was the better fighter. It means that him and his forces dealt more of a blow before the end came. And it means that he is for certain celebrating in the halls this very eve.
And for what it's worth, he would be celebrated even in the field folk for the bravery he demonstrated.
I'll take that to my father, but in addition to our mounting losses, the loss of a Thane will cause complications.
Yup.
I hope the next time we meet, it will be to toast the defeat of these Frost Vale bastards. And
This was one battle amongst the war.
And he just kind of like nods and then like motions to his men. He's like, "All right, break out rations, and then we're going to march back to Bjorkleaf." And Clacker kind of like listily looks over at Fenrir and he's like, "It's all the same to you, Lord. I think I'll have a couple of my men carry me, unless we're putting down for a moment."
We can put down for a moment, get some food into us, catch our breaths. I don't think they'll push this far south. And if they do, then at least we will have some rest to face them again. So
If they still had white winter wolves among them, I would be more concerned with the pursuer, but I think we can outpace the rest of them.
we have that. We have you to thank for that. Well,
And-
you and
And
Kjartan.
Kjartan. Yes. And he just kind of like stumbles away. Like, okay, I'm gonna go lie down now. One of the Huskarls watching him leave, he looks over at Fenrir and says, "Jarl, Clacker. He killed 3 winter wolves himself, but the last one bit damn near half his face off. It was astonishing to see him continue to fight after that."
He lives up to the stories my father told me.
It is good that he will come home, and you as well. If there is to be more battles like this, we will need legendary warriors. I was honored to fight with you, sir. And I will be honored to fight with you again.
There's only one legendary warrior here. That's
That's who, sorry?
Clacker.
No.
I'm just a man. And with that, I'm going to turn around and walk away from them, the group, everybody.
Okay.
Raylith will take that as a cue to kind of put an arm around this Huskarl's shoulder and say, "Come on, let's go talk to you and your men and see if there's anything we can do to ease their spirits."
Okay. If you guys want to take a short rest.
Perfect timing. I'll use my my oratory of rest on anyone that's nearby as I'm
Oration of rest.
Yeah, as I'm regaling everyone with how Hakan and Fenrir just decimated that giant.
Okay. At the end of an hour, which means you guys get your short rest. Unless someone wants to do something during that hour. I don't want to cut anyone off.
Not particularly.
Okay. At the end of an hour, rolling in from the north, a fast-moving snowstorm just crashes into the camp and blankets you guys. And that will incur quite a panic among the survivors. because it was the same kind of snowfall, rapid and oncoming, that occurred right before the battle. Many of the Huskarls are saying that that the enemy is coming.
There we go. Jesus.
Don't forget the D6 as well, Fenrir.
Yeah, I still might have to spend more hit dice, so I'm just calculating.
Okay, I'm gonna roll mine while you do that.
Yeah, I'm still gonna spend more.
I think I'm gonna be good after 2 more. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll be good after that one. I'm good after that one. We're good. So I rolled 4 total.
As Rayleth nurses the little bump on his head from the sling.
Must be nice.
hey, that's what dashing back to cover is all about.
Well, I had just managed to top off my hit dice, and now I'm already back under half.
All right. As everyone kind of scrambles up to get moving, coming with the northern wind is this foreboding kind of this almost chanting that kind of like comes on the wind. And as you guys are getting up, grabbing whatever gear you have left, and everyone starts turning south and starts marching, the three of you, because I assume like Fenrir would want to make sure he's going to be the last man out kind of situation. The three of you look to the north, and in the haze of the snowstorm, a dozen towering figures, equidistant apart, are marching through the snow towards you. These are giants. In stature and in name.
Daddy?
Fuck right off.
I'm sorry, I ruined the mood.
Roll an insight check. Are you my dad?
You're 99% certain that she's not, physiology and everything. But it doesn't hurt to ask.
And again, as you guys see these dozen frost giants marching towards you, you hear it again. The oh.
Your mic's not picking it up, but it's
That's
fine.
okay.
We can imagine it.
I was trying not to overpower the mic, so I went under. That's okay.
The Greybeards, they're shouting.
Is that any sort of like instrument I recognize, or is that some sort of magical effect?
Roll something.
Roll something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll athletic.
Athletics.
Well, you asked two different things. That'd be two different skills.
Yeah. Performance to see if it's an instrument I recognize.
Yeah, roll performance.
That is a 24.
It does in fact sound like a voice. It sounds like their voice, and it is carrying greatly. It's likely to do from their great size, and the fact that all 12 of them are chanting in unison. Obviously, this sudden snowstorm has a magical quality to it, and perhaps it has helped carrying their voice. You don't even need to check for that. This is obviously an unnatural kind of snow. Yeah. And I assume the three of you, bring up the rear.
I stay and fight 12 giants.
All right, well, new guy's on his third character.
That would be so sad, though. No, I actually follow.
All right. only an hour of kind of just relaxing. Your men are now pushing south towards the Axe Road. I should point out that that battle took maybe 2 hours. So that's 2 hours of fighting, marching, running, and now once again, at a hurried pace, you are retreating. I'd like each of you to give me a con save.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll be last.
Ugh.
I would say I'll use my inspiration on that, but this seems appropriate.
All right, Raylath gain a level of exhaustion.
Yep.
Fenrir and Hakan, you guys hit your wall and you just push right through it. Raylath, unfortunately, is starting to wheeze and hack.
It was.
Oh yeah.
It was just because of the forced march, right? Not because of the cold.
No, it was from and weather notwithstanding. It was just from the fighting,
Okay.
the marching, the running.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because cold doesn't do much to me.
No. Yeah. And you guys are running away from the cold, so it's getting warmer the more you go.
I want to go back.
Oh no. Disadvantage on ability checks. That's what bards and rogues do.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You're just too tired to entertain right now.
Ugh.
He's gonna be playing his like his little guitar or something like that, and just sweat coming out of under his shirt, and gonna be like, "No, people don't want to listen nor look."
All right. If you continue at a jog's pace, you can reach the Axe Road just after nightfall.
Sweet,
Where
we're
will
gonna have to do that.
All right.
yeah, and where will we be hitting it? Just out of curiosity.
Roughly directly south of the Footkeep, somewhere in this vicinity.
Okay.
All right, when you guys make it, all the men are just exhausted. Hakon and Fenrir, through the fact that they are heroic characters, are the only ones kind of like keeping their head raised. Everyone else is kind of toppled over and exhausted. And just to the north, as at the edge of the curvature of the earth, basically, you guys see the snow encroaching ever so slowly towards you. Fortunately, you're no longer hear the chanting. Take that for what it is. And yeah.
Is that more of a we're just too far away to hear it, or would we still be about the same distance? Like when we were running, was it slowly getting like quieter and quieter? Like was it ebbing,
Yes,
or
yes,
has it just
it was
like
ebbing.
stopped?
It was
Okay.
ebbing. Yes, you have outpaced the giants for now.
So over under on taking on a dozen giants.
Most definitely under.
I don't know what that actually means. I just have heard people say it.
That's fair.
So under is bad. Is that bad?
I would da.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Well, we can't keep running our men into the ground. So we either have to push on throughout the night, or we make camp and then they descend on us. So kind of hoping you'd say that us having a chance against those 12 giants would be feasible.
I'll put it only one way. It's a glorious way to die.
Yeah, it would definitely be a sure. As long as we have to kill one, then we'll be in the halls of Hyde. If we don't kill any, then probably not going to get into the halls of Hyde.
You guys walk up and the Pegasus unicorn opens the door like, ooh, no, occupado.
I would say we could leave more people to fend these guys off, but kind of don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think that's gonna
no,
slow
it's
them
not.
down.
So Fenrir is going to turn to Rayleth rather indignantly, even though he doesn't know what that word. What would you suggest?
Buckwheat.
Run.
Well, we can't really run forever.
As far as we can and as fast as we can, we run.
Okay, let me try that again. The men can't do that.
As far as they can and as fast as they can, we run. This is
Google it.
this is not a fight that can be won. This is not a fight that can be salvaged. This is staying and facing these is the suicide.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Kind of regretting not killing my sister. Not gonna lie.
Oof.
Hashtag same.
An actual in-character thought that happened to Hakon, I just want to share with you because you guys can find this as hilarious as well. This Hakon feels pretty, confident and spry despite the running. So for a moment, he almost told Fenrir, "I'm just gonna run ahead, go to Suderhofen, and get some people to come help, accelerate the company." And immediately after he opened his mouth, he thought, people would definitely not like seeing a Fjellfolk alone running along the. Yeah, so no, that's not gonna work out.
Just runs in all crazy. Hey guys, you gotta listen to me. Okay.
Spear.
So that was an actual in-character thought.
People, let's get to walking. We can't run. I mean, if we run, then we're gonna exhaust ourselves, and then we won't be moving at all. So then we're dead. So let's just keep walking. We have to walk through the night. We have to get to at least Yakliff, which is another day's journey. So
Roughly here. Yeah, that would be about a day.
So who's up for a 48-hour march?
Well, no one wants to stick around and wait to see if the Frost Giants are going to catch up, so you guys start marching down the Axe Road.
Well, at least the road should be a little bit easier on the march.
Yeah. However, the falling snow is nipping at your heels the whole way. And at one point, Oddman the Younger works his way through the column towards Fenrir and Co. And he says, I think the men have the will to reach Bjarkleif, but we don't know if the enemy will catch up to us before then.
Okay.
I have a suggestion. But
please don't say the regard. Please don't say the regard.
But it may it's definitely a gamble.
Well then you have my attention.
The old castle, Eidir's Regard. We can get the men inside and at least perhaps dissuade the giants from sieging a castle. It's not in any kind of state that we could withstand indefinitely, but it would give us some protection. But
it is closer. It is better than dying on the road, so sure, why not?
Well, before you commit,
I'm already committed. Too late.
Well, then I should forewarn you that
there's something in it that we're gonna have to fight. I got you. We're going. Let's go.
Well, there's lots of stories. That's all. It's just.
Yep, that's That's no. Honestly, Oddman, sorry. I've had a pretty crappy couple of weeks, so this is just like even flow. So let's do it. I mean, I've ripped a giant chain out of a wall. I've made friends with sea elves and fjord folk. Maybe there's something there we can befriend, and we can kill the ice giants, frost giants, whatever they are. I'm just at a point where I just want to get things done. We don't have much of an option other than marching ourselves to death to get to Beacliff. So let's do it. Not to marching to Beacliff, but like to going to the regard.
Very well. So you guys start heading for Eider's regard. It seems like the three of you don't have anything to say.
No.
Raylett's on everyone's shit list right now, so
No, not Akon's, not yet.
well, that's fair. That's
Akan
fair.
is Switzerland.
Well,
no, he is not Switzerland. He clearly chose a side earlier.
Oh.
So...
yep.
Oh shit. All right.
Akon is loyal to those who are loyal to him. So
it's a very solemn, very quiet. Well, I mean, for talk, Fenrir is probably like singing like songs to try and get people just not so much lift their spirits, just to get their minds off the walking, just to get them there. Come on, guys, let's just sing this jaunty tune to make this walking not as bad.
Hakon is in his head, which
99
is
kegs on the wall.
99 kegs on the wall. Yeah, Akon's not speaking because he's pretty much in his head comparing his late behavior compared to what he should have been doing as a fjeld folk. He doesn't feel quite as he doesn't identify quite as much with the fjeld folk anymore, given that he's run from fights instead of just dying into fights and stuff like that. But at the same time, he starts seeing the value of doing that. And
well, it should be pointed out
he's
that
also...
Fjellfolk have been known to retreat.
Yeah, but retreat against overwhelming odds, not retreats against fight that he still thinks there was a chance to win.
Fair, yeah.
And to be fair, though, he's been considering these guys to be like Fjellfolk. They're not. They're much more squishy.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing
Some
is
of us
he also
are.
considered. Yeah, the typical people are, and the dragonborn, the lizard. And lastly, the other thing is he considers that after what he's seen, it might need the North to league up against this threat, and he doesn't think that Fenrir can do it without at least him at his side to prove that Fjellfolk and Bearfolk can be together, at least to fight at minimum. So that's why he's not speaking. This is the internal monologue.
All right. What about Raylath? Does Raylath have anything?
Raylath's gonna be doing his best to, through the exhaustion, through the heavy breathing. He's a chubby little tailor. He's not used to this at all, but he sees the impact this has had on Fenrir, so he's gonna keep a respectful distance from Fenrir. But as he sees any of the men kind of slow down their pace or just the crestfallen look, he's going to do his best to like slide on over to him and pick up his own pace the best he can, because he knows better right now than to talk to any of them because their Jarl is pissed at him. But he can use that anger, that irritation, to push them a little further, because if the fat little dragon can do it, they sure as shit better be able to do it.
Okay. So, marching into the night, finally on the horizon, you see Idir's regard. And it is as far as castles go, it's on the small side, and it is of course a ruin. And it's not like completely decimated as ruins go. It's just been abandoned, and the stonework is sound. It just hasn't been kept up. There's moss growing all over it. One section of the wall hasn't like completely collapsed, but you can tell that the mortar didn't hold up, and there's like a gash in it that doesn't go all the way through, but big stones have kind of billowed out of it. Excuse me. The wooden gates have rotted, and one of them lies flat on the ground, and it's made of just rotwood, and the other one hangs on one hinge, barely still there. Yeah, it's quite dilapidated. And as you approach, there's a strange murmur going on, and as you guys make your way to the head of the column, one of the Huskarls, the march hasn't stopped. You guys keep it. One of the Huskarls says, "Oh, Jarl, as we approached, I swore I saw a light in that left tower."
Okay. When we get in there, we shall definitely check out to make sure that people are or are not in here. If they are, we'll try and make them our friends. If not, then if they're not in here, then we don't have anything to worry about. But if they are there and they don't want to be our friends, well, then I guess we have to deal with that when we come to it.
Okay. So the survivors of the battle filter into Idir's regard, and they don't make it very far past the gate. There's something here that was not there originally. The center keep is kind of off kilter, kind of sunken in one section, and the walls have cracked accordingly, and it's almost in two pieces. And beneath the front door is a huge cavern entrance. It looks like the ground just gave out under there. And on either side of the cavern entrance, kind of between in the courtyard between the keep and the front gate, are two not completely all-encompassing, but rather large pools of faintly glowing green acid.
I see. And I'm assuming that for us to know that we're acid, we've done some tests, like we've thrown stuff in it, it dissolves and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it has a noxious fume. Anyone who gets close to it, kind of like almost sulfuric,
Okay. All right, whoever's here, come on out. We're either gonna be friends or we're gonna fight. Let's just get it over with. We're all tired. We don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna yell that.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
Real's just gonna. Is Akulu still with us?
Yes.
He's just gonna kind of glance over at Akulu, side-eyed.
Okay. There's no response.
Khan turns to Fenrir and kind of points toward the cavern with his face and say, "Shall I scout ahead?"
Sure.
Hakon will grab his maul and just start taking a few steps between the pools toward the cavern.
Is it still possible for us to get into the keep?
Yes, there's enough room for the 90 men you have to pitch camp without getting, acided, and to keep your distance from the cavern entrance.
Let's push into the keep.
All right.
Might as well get set up.
Okay. While Hakan is going into the cavern, are you guys going to wait for him to come back to go check out the tower, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Hakan, are you being, soft-footed, or are you just marching up to the...
Given that he's going alone, he's gonna make his best to soft foot it, but he's still wearing chainmail, so yeah, cling.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
Yeah, sure. I don't expect it to go well. But you never know. No, it doesn't go well.
The entire castle is aware of your presence.
Yeah, the moment steps into the cavern, there's echo everywhere. It's like, well, okay, they know.
All right, Hakon. You basically just take one step through the threshold of what could be considered not cavern into what is cavern.
Yep.
And you hear echoing off the cave walls, powerful, steady breathing.
Oof, and like one breathing that's powerful, or like
Yes,
several
just
things?
one
Oh, yeah,
large, powerful thing is just going.
So the first 0.5 second of Akon's thought is like, glory! And then like his actual brain kicks back and be like, no, something's big's in there. I most likely cannot defeat it by one, and I'm not curious enough to go see what it is and wake it up. If it's sleeping, that's an assumption. He's gonna turn around and come back toward Fenrir. And as he stands close to Fenrir, because assuming nothing stops me or whatever, like there's no interruption, he goes like, Jarl, I have a good news and a bad news. Which one do you want first?
Bad news always.
It's big. It's really big.
Okay, well, I mean, so are giants, so that's not that bad. So what's the good news?
There potentially only one.
I mean, yeah, okay, I guess that's good. Well, I guess I'll go talk to it and try to convince it to bugger off or join us. Do some y'all stuff.
Well, DM Fiat here. How about, I don't know, maybe you should go explore the tower first, because because reasons that will become apparent.
The big voice in the sky is saying, "Don't go. Be curious about the tower first."
No. I'll just level with y'all.
You
Going
don't
into
have the cave.
no. Going into the cavern will end the session because I want Kulu to be here for no reason.
Okay.
whatsoever.
So I figured you guys can explore the tower, and that'll kind of wrap up the session. We'll end a little
Perfect.
early.
So actually, Hakon to like kind of nudge into that direction. He's gonna say, maybe if there's people in this keep, we should deal with them first, because if we go into the cavern, they could block us in. If there's people in this keep.
Sure, why not? I'm down with anything. Still going to be there when we finish doing the keep, and I guess it'll make the men feel better if they know that there's nothing in this keep tower thing. And then we'll go
Yes.
deal with the large.
Plus, I mean, if the thing tries to leave, we'll see it. Versus if there's people in the keep and in the towers, those can more stealthily move around.
All right. So the three of you head for the turret that was mentioned previously, and the door has rotted away, and you guys find a spiraling stone staircase that kind of goes up, and it's like 3 levels. And you start to climb it, and it's dark. I assume you light a torch.
Sure, I will light a torch and carry it.
Okay. So you ascend to the 3rd story, and when you come out, the wood kind of creaks, but it hasn't rotted away. It's still firm. However, you are immediately met by what appears to be a sign of recent activity. It appears that a handful of individuals have been sleeping here. However, it looks like in a great rush, whoever they were grabbed as much stuff as they have and have cleared out.
Hello? If anyone here, you have to tell me. That's a law.
I do not. Did you pass this law?
I'm pretty certain it was a law. It's like when the town's guard. If you have to be told that they're town's guard, like if they're
No.
if you're
Very
trying to
well
buy
aware of
drugs
that
off them,
one.
yeah.
Like I know this one.
While he does this, Akon's gonna check the recent movement, like the area, to see if there's any tracks that seem fresher than the others.
Well, there's no tracks, but you can go ahead and roll investigation.
Could it be survival? Survival instead. Because
Yeah,
I'm bad
but
at investigation.
you can roll survival, but it won't give you very much information.
Survival would. Fuck it. Investigation, I guess, is a scout, but I'm actually gonna use my inspiration because.
Okay. 17.
Oh, thank God I did.
All right. Hakan walks around the room, examining things, picking things up, moving things to the side, and he has determined that 3 individuals were sleeping here. 2 of them, larger than the typical human, and he finds something in a windowsill. It looks like a bit of clothing got snagged on a jagged stone that has started to erode, and something fell out and landed on the floor. He believes that whoever was here left via the window, and this window is maybe 8 feet away from the battlements, so someone could have shimmied over. Someone who's quite acrobatic could have shimmied their way over there. And what he finds is a kind of like a small, pocket-sized little leather billfold, basically. And he opens it, and inside appears to be 5 scales of a moderately large lizard, moderately large by fantasy standards, and they're arranged kind of like one in the middle and the other 3 behind it, kind of like basically to fill the entire thing. And there is etched across the 5 scales is some kind of identifying symbol that Hakan obviously has no idea what it means.
Well, I'll relay this information obviously to Fenrir and Relat, and especially the scales and the symbol, and I'll ask them if they know what that means, because I have no freaking clue.
I can look. Huh? You give?
Yeah, it's over.
All right, as soon as he puts it into your hand, you know exactly what this is.
Okay.
This is an identifier for a member of the Obsidian Legion.
Okay, what specific information can I get?
That's it.
So it's just one of the it's the whole flash the badge thing.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Dragonborn legions, if they separate from their group, if they like send out scouts or emissaries, they'll carry this as a way to say we are who we say we are. So it's kind of like it's not like an ID. It's more like an official right of this is who I am.
Okay. This is vaguely familiar. I cannot put exactly what it is, but I think it related to dragons. And I'm assuming I'm going to need a check with that.
A BS check? Yes. Please roll bullshit.
I'm going to spend my inspiration on this.
Okay.
That is a 27 BS check.
All right. Suffice to say, neither of you have any reason to suspect that he's not being entirely truthful. Aside from, standard Raylath fare.
Yeah. And Hakon is gonna say, more or less out of curiosity, he's gonna say, what language is the symbol in?
This is definitely in Draconic.
Well, technically, it's not a It's not like a letter. It is iconography.
Well, no, this is definitively in Draconic.
Okay.
But the words do not make it's not words. Draconic don't use words per se. It's the context of it does not make a lot of sense. This could be important. I need to ask some contacts about this. I hold on to for now in case they need to see it.
Akon just shrugs. Doesn't want it.
Fenrir? Da?
Pretty much the same thing as Hakan. Like, all right, it's fucking scale. I don't give a shit.
I don't know.
So,
Fold that back over, put it into my bag.
well, actually, I have your bag, so you get to me and I put it in your bag.
Oh, you're still yay! Yay! Oh,
No, I
wait,
know-
does that mean I didn't get that level of exhaustion?
No, you still did. No, I think it'd be funny if you come up to your bag on his shoulder and you're like putting it in his shoulder, like uncomfortably close to him, just like I'm just gonna put that.
Akon is gonna point out the window and say, "So whoever was in here, at least one of them at minimum, climbed out the window and shimmied around on the battlement." Presumably.
Also, just out of character, Rayleth is now on high fucking alert.
Okay.
High fucking alert.
So they might still be here. I'm not sure, but they're not in this tower. I don't think so anymore. So Akon kind of looks at Raylat and Fenrir and like, pursue or because I can't shimmy.
I mean, I can scout around the keep and see if we have any more signs of them.
Well, actually, on this level, there is a door that leads to the battlements. So why they didn't use that is subject to amusement.
Jumping out the window.
It's you're 3 stories up. Granted, this is D&D, so fall damage is no thing.
Can I? No, I mean jumping out to the battlement. Like I want to, or is it more like they went to the side?
Yeah,
They climbed out and then shimmied
it's a
against
circular.
the tower
It's a circular turret.
Yeah.
So you could, in theory, you like lean out of the window and jump, but it'd be from a standing jump. About 8 feet.
So I didn't know what way the window was facing because it is a turret, but the battlement runs around on multiple sides, so I didn't know if it was like either way out the window. I'm gonna follow retrace their steps.
Okay, give me an investigation check now that you're on the battlements.
Investigation. Does the 6 get me?
Well, you have no idea what happened here.
Meanwhile, when he's doing that, Jakin, Hakon is gonna go to the door that leads toward the battlement. But since they didn't use it, he has this little like spidey sense that goes like, something's weird with this door. Why didn't they use this door? And I'm gonna look at it first. So what would I need to roll to see if there's
Perception.
anything weird with this door? Perception. Good thing I'm good at that. I shouldn't have said that. I just fucking jinxed me. Oh no, not bad.
Yeah, you were right. At about thigh level on a 6-foot tall human, there is a almost invisible string.
Hakon realized he's not good at traps. So
However,
maybe
because you got a 15, not only do you see the string, but you're able to trace the mechanism up and pointed at what would be like belly level on a normal human is a small hand crossbow positioned in a corner.
He's gonna turn around. Is Relat in the target line, or is Relat like?
No, that would be if someone came through the door. They would.
Okay.
So neither of you are like in danger of.
Hakon moves to the side and say, "Relat, stay away for a moment," and he's just gonna like
Trigger it.
swing the wire with his hammer.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you just you hit the wire. The hand crossbow fires and it hits the door, which is rotted wood. When it hits the door, it goes right through, and the door kind of like cleaves. The top half of it cleaves in half of just like the rotted wood just kind of falls away.
Good eye.
Well, it was weird that they didn't use the door. So I figured.
That was very quick thinking. Good. I'm very impressed.
And with that, Akon is gonna give another quick look at the door, but he figures now it's safe, and he's gonna start going through. But we can go back to Fenrir if needs be. But he's gonna start going through.
Okay, well, you guys go through the door, and as you open the door, it breaks in half, and you're holding half of it, and you just kind of put it down, and yeah, you guys meet up with Fenrir, who's going back and forth on the battlements, looking around in vain.
So I can tell you two things about this battlement. It is made out of stone.
That tracks. Da.
It is pretty old.
Well, I can tell you a third thing you didn't notice.
I don't know.
It can support your weight on the exterior side.
I mean, I kind of noticed that I'm standing on it.
Well, you didn't mention it.
It might have been concerning if it couldn't support my weight, and yet we're all here. We're all kind of guys. I mean, it can support
And
all
yet-
of our weight.
And yet, up until recently, I didn't know that you could get teleported in random places by magic. So maybe you're standing by magic. You don't know.
This is not to contradict you, but Hakan has an excellent point there. We must be mindful of all of the magical things that are happening, especially with the Ice Woman.
But we shouldn't waste too much time. If these guys are still around, they're outpacing us right now.
And only the Ice Woman. There are no threats to all of the Northern Kingdoms but the Ice Woman. None at all.
I mean, there's the ice giants, the snow goblins,
Well, but they work for
the
Ice
troll
Woman.
folk.
Yeah,
Do
well,
they?
until they're outside the Fieldful. Well, we didn't ask them.
At the very least, they're tangentially related.
Okay, Raylat, since you
sorry,
said your head
what?
is on a swivel, on a swivel, give me a perception check, please.
I will do that. I will do that right now. Oh, I forgot. When I used my inspiration, that should have been a normal roll, not a with advantage, because I am exhausted. So this is at disadvantage. It would have been a 23 on
yeah.
the low end.
Yeah, I know it would have been
It'd
fine
been alright.
anyway.
So disadvantage perception check. 17.
Okay. As the three of you are talking, you happen to, because you're looking around, you look back at the window where the escape occurred, and on the opposite side from where the battlement would be. So we have a window, battlement, opposite side of the window. The wall moves for a moment, and when it does, you see the shape of a tailed figure kind of emerge from what you thought was the wall, but was in fact him under a spell, and he slips back through the window.
Okay, I was kind of not taking you guys serious about the magic stuff, but
No, you don't see that. Only Raylath does. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And he's just immediately gonna pull his bow and turn back towards the tower. Have contact.
You know someone here?
Hakon grabs his maul, turns around, and goes like, "Where?"
In the tower, they are magically disguised. They are blending in with the background. Keep your eyes open. Keep each other's backs. Do not let anyone behind us.
Well, at that, Akon stands behind Raylet, but that might be a problematic positioning.
Fuck it. Jumping through the window.
There's a fucking door!
All right. Give me an acrobatics check. Don't worry, you're going to make it into the window, but that's not what it's for.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
I would like to use my inspiration.
I think you used it earlier.
No.
Nope.
Someone used it earlier.
Hakan did.
No, Khan was going to, but he what was musing that he was going to, but then decided against it because he didn't know if we were gonna.
I
think
thought.
that's
Wait,
what
wait,
you're
no,
thinking.
hang on. Fenrir, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, it's fine.
Mhm.
Didn't you use it when you rolled intimidation to throw the head?
Nope.
Okay,
No,
carry on.
no,
Then.
no.
Carry on then. I
Oh,
thought
hold
you
on.
did.
No, I think I only rolled one die on that because I rolled a 3 or a 8.
Oh, that no. You
Yeah.
said you were thinking about using it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never. Okay. So we're on the same page. Go ahead.
Cool. But yeah, I'm actually gonna use it here for this acrobatics because I wanna jump through this window with some style. Come on, 2.
Good thing you did.
All
I'm
right.
glad I did.
You dive through the window, which is all fine and dandy, but when you land, the wood floor cracks, and you're able to roll on the landing, and the right where you landed kind of gives up, just cracks, and just kind of slides open because
Nailed it.
And Rayleth is like right behind him in through
okay.
the arrow, still knocked.
And
Okay.
Akon's covering Raylet's back for once he's not frontline for some reason. But
Ray,
sure.
give me another perception check. Actually, Fenrir, are you proficient in perception?
Am I proficient in I mean, technically,
Jack of all
jack
trades.
of all trades.
Yeah, no. Proficient though. No.
No.
Okay. If he was proficient, I would have given you advantage, Raylat. Actually, yeah, you can both roll it independently. Because
Okay,
I'm not sure how much information Raylat is willing to divulge. So
I was also first in the room.
yeah, all right. Okay, Raylat with a 23.
Damn.
As you
Disadvantage
burst,
what?
Disadvantage.
as you come into the room, you look around and then you look down at the hole Fenrir just made, and out of that window, you just see the figure jump out towards outside of the castle.
Below us, he's going outside, and I will run up to the window and see if I can get a bead on him.
Okay. Do you have dark vision?
Nope.
I didn't think so. I was just double checking. All right, you come into the window and you see 3 figures hauling ass away from you. You can shoot at one of them with disadvantage.
Who was it that spoke Draconic?
Akulu for sure.
Well, Akulu and which
Kavian.
Thane? Kavian, who's not with us.
No,
Correct.
it's not.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out down in Draconic. In the name of the Eternal Empire, halt.
Roll persuasion.
That is an 11.
They stop for a moment, look back at the tower, and then continue on their way. Also, Eternal Empire?
That's what I went with.
All right.
That's what I went with.
You can still shoot at one if you wish.
Yeah, but I don't even really give a shit if I hit.
Well, good, because you have disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't. That's ability checks, not attacks.
But it's dark.
But it's dark, so don't at me.
Okay.
That
Do the
is a
walls seem
12.
flimsy?
Mm-mm. The walls are made of stone. It's just the floors are made of wood. All right, you take a shot. It lands short, and they're putting good distance.
How thick is stone?
I don't know. I don't like where this is going.
6 inches to a foot thick. Are you gonna?
Now-
Oh yeah, you're still on.
Yeah.
Are you still on the 3rd floor? Yeah, you all are still on the 3rd floor. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, we entered the 3rd floor. He said outside, and in that time, I just was waiting for him. Like, I didn't want to enter to be like, hold on, I want to do something while you're doing something.
Sure.
Mentioned that the one there's a gash in the one wall, so like this keep seems in disrepair, right?
Yes, yes.
Are there holes in the mortar of this wall? Like, do I see any like natural light coming through?
Sure.
Awesome. That is probably not good for me, but just kind of fed up with his day. He's lost literally the last couple of days Fenrir just lets out this bellow, rages, and then oh yeah through that wall.
Okay, give me a unskilled strength check. Jack of all trades. That.
Are you raging?
Oh yeah. So it's at advantage.
Dear Lord. Jack of all trade advantage.
Mm-hmm.
A
With a
19.
19. I was hoping for higher. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure. You come crashing through in an almost perfect Fenrir-sized hole, just BAM! Smash through it, and you are now tumbling. Given that you just crashed through the stone, I don't know what you can do to brace it, so I'm just gonna have you take the 30-foot fall
Yeah,
damage.
there's no bracing.
It is bludgeoning damage, so you will take half because you're raging. So you take 13 bludgeoning damage, which will be 6 after you.
Sweet. And then once on the ground, I mean, I'm just going to look for any movement and then head towards it. Still kind of raging. Still like, Fenrir has had a couple of shitty days, and he's just done with this right now.
Okay. Well, given that you are a barbarian, you can normally keep pace with just about anybody, but these 3 individuals are quite fast. You can roll athletics to keep pace with them.
Hell yeah.
Has it snowed around here?
Good question. The snow seems to have come up to the gate and stopped.
Okay. Hack on while
Jesus.
oh shit.
All right,
Okay,
Fenrir.
well, he's fucking bullet speeding train there.
Fenrir, you catch up to the trio, and one thing comes out at you immediately. 2 of them have a very similar body shape to Raylath.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't. That's not registering right now. He'll think about that when he's out of his rage. Because I'm picturing him just plowing through like trees, and my intent is to football tackle the first one that I can get to the ground.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Am I still raging at this point?
Yeah. Well, actually, no, because it requires you to attack, right?
Attack or take damage.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say your rage is ended. You can initiate another rage and then tackle. Up to you, though.
No, not yet.
Okay. They're gonna defend with a +2. Okay. Yeah. So you dive for one of them, and he moves out of the way, and you kind of baseball skid as they keep running. And there's no trees around. This area is all fields.
Okay.
However, yeah. So they're headed into this kind of uncultivated land of the Red Deer Veldt.
I'm just gonna. Obviously, I've lost. Like they are now like hella in front of me. Like there's no way I could catch up.
Well, with another 27, you probably could get back on their tail. Yeah, but they're really fast. Like they're hauling ass. However, when you tried to tackle one of them, even though you failed, he discarded a bedroll. Like it just fell off of his shoulder. Probably not like significant, but he discarded a bedroll on his way. Just to get out of your way.
Okay, hold on. Are they still within, say, 60 feet of me?
Sure.
Okay, then bellowing out in a mid-roar, mid-yell, he screams out, I see the light of the halls of Hyde, and a 20-foot cube, which will, as many as I can,
It'll envelop
just
them all.
bursts with a violet light. And any creature in that needs to make a DC 14 dexterity save.
DC 14 dexterity save. Okay. Neat. They have a +2 dex. So there are 3 of them, so I'm gonna roll 3 times. Boop and boop. Okay.
Oof.
DC 14, you said?
Mhm.
One of them will succeed.
And now that they're illuminated, I have a target and not raging because unfortunately that'll break my concentration. But I'm trying to push towards them.
Do we back in the tower see things light up in the field?
Yes.
And I'm just gonna stow my short bow and wrap my arms around Hakan's waist. Say, jump.
Sure.
Okay. You're both gonna take fall damage.
Yep.
This is for both of you. You both take 11 bludgeoning damage as you kind of just kind of roll, probably hitting some of the rubble left behind by your pal Fenrir there.
It's fine, and
Stone's endurance. Stone's endurance.
yeah, I want to stone
Oh,
Fenrir
nice.
Where did I put it? I put it here.
Oh.
Yeah, I just shrug it up.
Yeah, so you both kind of land and you get separated even though he was holding onto you, and Raylas bounces off some rocks, and Hakan just lands and rolls and just stands right back up.
And I'm gonna give pursuit as well using regular movement, dash action, dash bonus action. That's 120 feet per round.
Okay.
Can I grab onto your waist?
So Hakan, you watch as the flash just kind of goes.
Okay, so can I roll survival and just follow the tracks at this point? Because I'm never gonna catch them.
We're not at that point yet. You can still kind of see
Okay.
them under the starlight.
And they're glowing. Two of them are glowing.
Yeah.
So give me another one of them. Give me another one of them athletics check. Fenrir and Raylath. Raylath, since you are the fastest, I will give you advantage.
And actually, Jake, and I have a pretty solid athletics. Can I roll it too, just to see if I at least start catching up to them?
Sure. If you beast out a 25 or greater, you can catch up to them.
Well, I
You
mean,
said
not the enemy. I'm my party. I don't
Either.
want to.
Depends on how far they get.
You said advantage on mine, so
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. I'm so exhausted.
Raylath's like, oh, what am I doing?
Fenrir just like, no.
All right, Fenrir, you once again have caught up to them.
And I'm just yelling like, "Stop! We just want to talk. We want to be friends." Like,
All right,
You
Fenrir.
forgot your bedroll.
Fenrir, as you're gaining on one of them, he pulls something out, and as he's running, he levels a hand crossbow at you. He's going to try to
Did you
shoot
shoot
you.
it sideways?
No, he does not shoot it sideways. All right, he has a +4 to hit.
I'll do a very quick BRB.
However, just like everyone else, it's dark. Actually, no. How much light did they shed?
10 feet of dim light.
Since you've caught up to them, of dim light.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he still has disadvantage. So he's gonna fire
Yeah, there was
you.
like a big candle.
Right. Okay. An 8 plus. Yeah. You don't have your
disadvantage.
shield, so he barely
No.
missed you. He got he got a 12. You have a 13 AC. So he hits you in the chainmail. No, you're not wearing any armor. You're a barbarian.
No.
He hits you and it's kind of like grazes you and doesn't do any kind of hit point damage. Just kind of grazes you, and he's like, and that's what he tried. You can take an action now. You want to try to tackle another one?
Yeah, I want to tackle, if I can, tackle that guy.
Okay. He's still got the +2.
Okay, and this is another. Yeah.
Okay. With the 23, I can't beat that. So you just gotta and just bring him to the ground. Is he one of the guys glowing? I'll leave it up to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Because I have no dark vision either,
Sure,
so it
yeah.
makes sense that I'm going for the glowing guy.
Boom! And you just tackle him down to the ground.
Okay. Hold on. I just want to check something real quick. Sweet. And then yeah, I'm just going to try and pin him. I'm not going to try and I just want to restrain him.
Okay. Is that another athletics check? Sure.
Yeah. It's pretty much improving the grapple
Okay.
condition. Even though I don't think I can pin them without that feat. Let me just double check that. So I think you need the. Even though I'm a tavern brawler, it's not good enough.
You need the grappler.
Yeah,
I think you could just you have. I mean, like you do that narratively, but you basically he would have to break your hold with his action.
Right.
Yeah, well, the grappler gives you the ability to pin them.
Right.
So
Right. Okay. Well,
I'm assuming that
he's going to try to break your hold.
Okay.
He got a 15.
Okay. Well, I will try to fend this off, and then he's trying to break it, and I can't seem to pin him. So bad news bear for that guy.
Yeah, you've got him fiercely, and at that point, Raylath, panting and wheezing, he catches up to you and the pinned guy or the grappled guy.
Is it a dragonborn?
It is. He has dark gray scales.
In Draconic, don't say a word.
Okay. Raylath, give me a history check.
I don't want to do that. Disadvantage. 7.
All right, you remember something, but yeah, you just need a nap.
Yeah, indeed. I need a nap, a hug, a friend, and a goddamn snack.
Are you gonna let the other two get away?
I'm not chasing him.
I'm kind of indisposed at the moment.
Okay. He's gonna try to once again break free.
Before he does that, though,
Okay, sure.
I was hoping to say something because I mean he's trying to break and I'm not. I just want to look down at him in common and say, "Surrender, or you're not gonna like this." I'm freaking out. I don't know. I'm trying to be intimidating,
sure, yeah.
but I'm not trying to intimidate him. I'm going to ready an action that if he doesn't, I'm just going to start pounding the shit out of this guy.
Okay. Well, he got a 9.
Okay. So as long as I don't roll a 1,
You just jinxed
good.
it.
No, I know. No, okay.
All right. You continue to hold your grasp on him, and at this point, Hakan will catch up.
And at this point, fists are now flying towards him.
So I'm gonna just kind of, as gingerly as possible, put my hand on Fenrir's shoulder as I stare down at this
glowing
dragonborn and mutter a couple of words and blah 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 in his face, and I go, relax, and I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him.
Okay. He has a +2.
On me or
No, on the dragonborn.
All right. He has a +2
okay,
wisdom.
well, so this is still happening, by the way.
Okay. So you just start punching him in the face, and yeah, for 7 bludgeoning, that hurt. And then he has been paralyzed. I believe. No, he can just start making wisdom saves until it ends. It doesn't matter if he takes damage. So Fenrir can just keep pummeling him.
Important thing, Hakon, as he comes over, he sees Fenrir just punching him. Hakon raises his maul, and then I'm assuming notices the guy's not moving.
Yeah, he just kind of goes limp.
So Hakon is just like there with his maul, looking at Fenrir, going like, I don't know what to do. What the fuck's happening?
I'm gonna let him punch him like 1 or 2 more times.
All right, roll fist.
And then
you have advantage because he's paralyzed.
Hell yeah, I do. You created a monster because nobody wants to see Fenrir no more.
All right. He is wounded.
Is he clearly wounded?
Yeah. He's like,
I'm gonna stop and
blood starts trickling out of it. Like a tooth kind of hangs by a thread in his agape mouth. Oh, he's gonna attempt the wisdom save again. Oh, and then he kind of like snaps back to reality. And he's like,
Stop. In a comment, surrender.
Stop. Chill.
Right. He thinks for a moment, and he's like, He starts nodding his head like, okay.
I'm gonna step slowly, calmly back to Hakan, pull the badge out of the bag, and hold it up to him, and in Draconic go, "Welcome to the North, brother."
Okay, he turns his head and sees you holding the badge, and he just kind of like tilts his head back a bit, and he's kind of bleary-eyed from the beating he just took, and then he just kind of goes, and he asks his breaths all over you and the badge.
Okay.
So you're gonna give me a con save.
Oh no, that's not good. That's an 11.
That probably succeeds. So you take half. I don't actually know how much damage he's going to do. Honestly, he just wants to melt the there. You take 3 acid damage, and the badge you're holding just kind of melts away in your hand.
Okay, that's actually a better outcome than I had hoped for.
Just an FYI, because it will be required, since he spit on Raylat, Hakon has a split second where he's just holding his maul and he's about to bring it down on the guy. Maybe not to kill him, but definitely to hurt him after what he did. Raylat has a chance to put his hand out if he wants Hakon to not do that.
Raylat's gonna get. Okay, I deserved that.
Okay, well, if you don't stop Hakon, the hammer's coming down.
That is him stopping it.
Okay.
Right. That's me.
Stops mid-swing.
Yeah, like you come down and it's a hammer, so like when he says that, you're like, oh, and then you kind of like divert it and you like,
Yeah.
move dirt next to his head.
Can I make an athletics check to like close his mouth and then also start strangling him?
Give me a fist attack.
I don't want to murder him. I just want to choke him out.
He is
I know
prone.
a fist attack.
Yeah, do a fist attack and then you can start choking him out with that.
Okay. I mean, if that would be easier, I'll just knock him out. I mean, I'm cool with that.
I reckon he's going to put up a bit of a fight.
I mean, if we were doing this combat, I get 2 attacks with fist. I can
probably
knock him out
for
pretty
another
quick.
7 damage. Give me another one.
I punch really hard.
Yeah, give me another one. Let's see what happens.
Jesus.
I just like he's like, you got another one in you? Why, yes, I do.
Clap.
And another.
Clap.
And another.
Clap.
They come in pairs. It's 2 for 1.
Oh, okay. Well, that's close enough. He's down to like 1 hit point, and so you just kind of like wrap your arms around him and just choke him out, and he's just kind of like, and he's unconscious.
And I'll look at Rayla. You good?
I need a bath. And that was without accent. That's
really coming along. Now people won't think you're a
nap.
spy.
And Hakon's gonna make Raylat hurt more than the acid did. And he's gonna point out, since he's so blunt, he's gonna say like, and your clothes are ruined.
To be fair, he just fought a battle. I reckon his clothes are pretty ruined already. But yeah,
but
more
they were
ruined.
kind of okay-ish.
Yeah, they were just kind of
acid.
blood and mud splattered, but now they're like got holes in them.
Yeah.
And then I'll start to
I will
on.
toss you a rope. I will toss you. That is a thing.
Oh yeah, I have nothing on me other than a healing potion, which is now gone, and 12 ogre-sized shiny necklaces.
There you go.
I
You
have
use one of those to tie his hands.
Yeah.
All right. So you bound his hands, I take it?
And his mouth.
Okay. His hands behind him or in front of him?
Behind.
Okay.
Can we just hog tie him?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna hog tie him, and I'll carry him if need be.
Okay.
No, I will. I'm fine with that. Although Raylat might need to carry his bag for the trip.
We'll
back
both carry him.
You carry him
We
like
tie
a
him to a stick.
yeah. You
We'll
carry
do
him like
the
a
Ewoks.
yeah. All right, and you return to Ider's regard with a captive.
We're gonna need a chair, some rope, and
A
I'm
rag
need some,
and a bucket of water.
And
I'm
that
gonna need
guy's
some
eye.
privacy. Oh, I'm gonna get that gun. Or was it the arm?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that arm.
But
I'm
when we
gonna need-
return, Fenrir does look to the group and says, "Looks like meat's back on the menu,
Oh
boys."
gosh.
Whoa. Meatloaf again.
And then looks like, get it? Trying to,
Mhm.
trying to. We just captured some dude, and I jumped out of a building.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess we all did.
yeah. Well, you went through the wall.
Yeah, okay, yours was a little bit more
Semantics.
impressive.
A little
I
cooler.
think mine comes second for landing in stones and just like not anything, but yours is first. Yours is definitely first.
All right, so you take him to the other tower, the bottom floor. You don't have anything in the way of a chair.
That's fine. Tie him up. Put him in the corner.
Do we have something that we could tie him up like this? Like where his arms are outstretched?
You don't have a lot in that kind of logistically.
Okay, no, then we'll just tie him up. Just
Okay.
something. Cool.
So, like, hands behind his back, legs tied, mouth tied for now,
Yep.
and just slump him in a corner.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys finish that, Oddman the Younger comes in, and he's like, "What's all this commotion? Who is that?"
This is who your men saw this is who one of the men saw in the tower. There was a couple more. They got away. We got this one, though. We're going to find out who he is after he wakes up. Probably.
Oh.
And he might have something to do with the cavern too, so we'll see.
Very well. I'll wait outside.
Oh, you don't have. You can stay. I mean,
Oh, all right.
No, you should wait outside.
no, he can stay. I want to broker some friendship between us. Like,
Azrael
me-
peels the skin off the dragonborn in front of someone, like, see, this is friendship for me.
It's a bonding experience. Flaying.
The Jarls that flay together.
Stay together.
By the way, sorry to interrupt you. I thought the
As my Jarl wishes.
that way, he doesn't think that we're learning him something and not sharing it. I really want to make sure that we.
In Giant. I don't even know if this guy speaks in Giant. That's kind of what I had planned to do.
Yeah, I understand that, but we just trying to. We have enough enemies already.
You
and
then look
giant,
like-
but still bluntly, why do we always switch language?
You also would know that he can't use his breath again, at least for another hour.
I know this.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I have no idea.
I don't need the rest of them knowing that I can't use my breath again so quickly.
It's a lizard.
It's not a lizard! I killed your friend for that. Anyway. Wake him up.
Okay.
And I'm assuming he's like tied up sitting in a corner?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be just crouched down like
Yes.
real.
I was gonna be also crouched down with dagger, just picking my teeth. I'm glad we both have like the Slavic stance.
All right.
And just standing in the back with a mole across his shoulder again, just Akon not really participating in this, but still looking big.
And Oddman has just kind of got his arms crossed and he's standing somewhere in the room. Not too far away, not too close. And, excuse me, silently yawning. You can tell we're getting close to the end of the session. He just kind of looks at the two of you with kind of like a defiant and unintimidated kind of like.
And in Draconic, do you speak Northman?
He just locks eyes with you and that's it.
That's not an answer, soldier. Do you speak Northman?
Is his mouth still bound?
His mouth is bound. He can nod.
What are my hit points? He just stares at you.
Fenrir, if you'd be so kind to unbind his mouth.
I think
You're
you're muted.
muted.
Oh, he says, sure. And then in his head, he's thinking, like, this is weird. I'm the fucking Jarl. What am I doing?
All right. So you pull his ropes off, and he just kind of just does one of these, and you're like, and that's it.
In Northman, identify yourself and your legion.
He doesn't say anything.
I want to do this the hard. I want to, and clearly you do too. So instead, neither of us are going to get what we want. We're going to do this the easy way. You will answer me, and you will speak the truth. And I cast Zone of Truth.
He passed. You got
And
a 14.
And I know he passed.
I think that's how the spell goes, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so can everyone else make a save too, please?
Sure.
Oddmond has a +2. He saved.
I didn't.
This is
But
gonna
to
be
be
like,
fair, I don't think Akon lies anyway. But sure.
Right.
I reckon Hakon's gonna be like Aquaman sitting on the
Are you
lasso of truth.
Fucking serious?
Wow. That hurts.
The +6.
That hurts a lot.
Like, that's the number I needed to roll to make the save.
All right. So then back into Draconic. As a player, I hate doing this, but I love doing it. Back in Draconic, I say, all right, now they have to speak the truth. They think you do as well. Just give me answers so I can get them off your back.
And then he turns to you and he finally speaks in Draconic. He says, I have nothing for traitors.
I'll backhand him.
Okay.
When you do, Hakon says very sternly, he's gonna say, "If this guy needs to lose a foot."
I brought my foot smashing hammer.
And I'll just, no, not yet. Again, identify yourself.
I am Lugark. I am a traitor.
Is that why you are in the north?
Are we still taking Draconic?
No, I'm back in Northman now.
Okay. We heard that North was accepting our kind. We brought exotic furs from the Empire.
Then why didn't you say anything? I said I wanted to be friends. Granted, I am pretty scary when I'm running at people. I get it. But, oh, man, sorry for punching you. Although not sorry. I've had a really shitty couple of days, so it's kind of nice to get that frustration out. Although not so nice to be doing it to someone who obviously is just looking for a new home, and he's just gonna ramble on.
Oddman the Younger is like, Jarl, he's lying,
Sorry,
obviously.
Wait, what?
I am Lugark. I am the trader. I trade in fur. All my wares have been...
Trader.
I sold my wares in Hundlebin, and I was headed south to return home. We saw your war band, and we thought you were bandits. We tried to make the escapees.
For a moment, Raylith goes, "Is that really how I?" Yep, that's exactly how I sound, and that's on purpose. So, you go through Handleben. Had you thought to pass through Suderhofen, where you might have been welcome?
We came up through the what you call Fort Grant.
Hmm. How long you been north?
Not long, not long. Two week.
You should probably come back to Suderhofen with us. How do we find your friends to tell them that all is well?
I can go tell them that this was misunderstanding, yeah, and we go back and we go home. They call you Jarl, or he doesn't point because his hands are bound. They call you Jarl. I'm not the I'm not the trespassing. I'm just here to trade. Please get your friend here to stop at the Heedy.
I'm just going to continue to stare at him and then slowly kind of shift my... Because I'm still Slavic squatting. And then I'm going to kind of like look back at Oddman and then back at him. And then in Giant, I'm going to say it's kind of odd that he's from Fort Grant, and that's where his father was going the boat. I'm thinking his father is a traitor.
It's a possibility. We'll have to look into it later, though. Right now, you have more pressing matters on your plate. But definitely, let's file that and want away. Yeah.
All right, just kind of odd that he's coming from the same place, and we didn't hear about him in Hundabin.
Yup.
Yeah, no, I can. And back into obviously comment. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but what are you saying, when Rayla?
I think he is in need of medical attention. That was quite the pommeling you gave him. It's probably best if he stay with us for a little bit. I can make sure he gets better. Your friends, they will come back, da?
I don't know. They were just how you say pooked. They were pooked.
Oh, da, Pulkit, yeah. It's no, that makes sense, but
Pookie scary.
da. They tell you what, we wait here for the night. If they come back in the morning, they can come with too. If not, I'm sure Jarl Fenrir here will be happy to send word out that when your friends are seen, that they are escorted back to Suderhofen so you can be reunited, da?
Da. Can you untie hands?
Sure. I'll untie him.
Okay. Thanks of you.
Da. This you mind if we switch back to our tongue? Is easier for us to get across concepts if not using the human words.
Sure. I mean,
I'm not trying to hide nothing. It's just he is clearly not as accustomed to your tongue as I am.
no, that's all right. I'm just kind of done with this day and week, and I mean, we'll have some words later about everything that's gone down today, but I'll leave the rest to you. Oddman, let's see about getting some group together to make sure there's no other surprises in here. I'm gonna get up and walk away.
Yeah, he follows
And-
you out.
Hakon turns to
Yeah.
Fenrir, turns to Raylat. He's kind of been forgotten despite being the giant in the room.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
So Hakon looks at Raylat, looks at Fenrir, and for now just kind of stays.
Rayleth will just kind of like do the whole head raise thing, as in you can go with him. I got this.
Hakon just kind of turns and walks out. Not really after Fenrir, like he's not gonna follow Fenrir, just walking out and see where the day leads. He's still wondering about the cavern. Actually, he might go watch the cavern. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch the cavern.
Okay.
Do we want to continue this?
They told us about you.
How would you hear?
You're a traitor.
Yeah, that's going to need some context because that's just an outright lie.
That's what we were told. Avoid you at all cost.
Okay, I can understand the avoid me at all costs. The traitor thing, you've got to have a good reason to avoid me. When you send an embedded agent, you don't want other people coming in and ruining their cover.
I have
However, please continue.
orders.
Right. And I've got mine. I'm just honestly a little disappointed that they didn't send word ahead that we were coming in further. What has changed?
Why would I tell you?
Because either I'm a traitor and it doesn't matter because whatever plans you have are going to be carried out anyway, because we both know who we're talking about here, and we also know who we're talking about possibly dealing with here. If I'm not a traitor and I actually am an embedded agent, I need to know.
Well, you weren't on our list of contacts, so you don't need to know.
Okay. Until you can come back with some more solid information and without being a raging asshole. I out of character, I would like to make a sleight of hand check here to have drawn my dagger.
Oh, sure, roll it. Remember, you're exhausted.
I know. This is going to go one of two different ways, and I'm okay with it. There it is.
If you roll a critical one, you give it to him.
Why do you say these things?
Yeah, you draw your dagger and it kind of you fumble it and it goes clankering to the side, and you both kind of look at it and he just looks at you side eyes like, wow.
It's been a really long day. Like, I mean, you can't blame me. Whatever you have planned, I want you to go back to your CO. Or send message back to your CO, whatever the case may be. And tell them that those plans probably need to change because the situation here has changed. Whether you want to trust me or not, that's the truth. You can stay and gather as much intel as you want. Things are going south, and these people's gods are making moves.
Am I free to go?
If you want to keep up appearances and come back to Suderhoffen back, I can get you on a boat and get you home. If you want to take off, take off. If you decide to take off, I see your face again, I'm going to feed you to the half giant.
So I'm free to go.
I don't know how I can say that any more clearly.
Well, you can untie me. He looks down at his legs.
I will kind of back up, picking up my dagger as I do, put it away and go, yeah, I could, couldn't I? And walk out.
And he starts untying himself.
And I'm like beeline for Fenrir.
Okay.
Fenrir.
Oh, I thought that would be a good place to end because it's 11.
I didn't want him to hang. I didn't want him to forget what he wanted to say. So
Okay.
Oh,
cool. No, I'm down with whatever.
I can give you like a little bit and then cliffhanger.
that works for me. You know I like my cliffhangers.
Fenrir. We have a big fucking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 of them.
All right. That's gonna be a good place to stop it. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. That's us for tonight, and we're gonna go ahead and go to Fisto's shout out here. You ready, bud?
Yep.
All right, take it away.
First of all, thanks to everyone that that has watched tonight, even if it's just partial. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, motherfuckers. And I mean motherfuckers in the nicest way possible. Check out all these lovely folks on the Twitters and their social medias. They're really fun to at least watch, and except for maybe new guy. And I only mean that just because you don't post anything. So
No, you hate me. It's fine.
I mean,
No,
there's that too. But you can check me out on Twitter at FistelRoboto, which I think is somewhere down or around here. I don't know where I am on the screen. You can also check me out on Instagram at PR the Airsoft Guy. Almost forgot my Instagram for a second, where I kind of dive more into the away from D&D kind of and more into Airsoft. Even though the last weekend where I was there, the majority of us just in between games were just talking about D&D. So this is a bunch of D&D nerds LARPing essentially. Last week, I made an announcement about an upcoming project that I have, and I lied to you fine folks out there in YouTubes and Twitch and Mixer. I said that it would be dropping on the 14th of this month, but I am silly. We are starting a off-stream little two-shot adventure. I only have 3 players currently, and they all picked classes. I'm running a game with no healer, so I want to give them a little adventure to kind of finalize their characters before we go on to stream. Also, there's some players that haven't played with one another, and I want to get some chemistry built up just so we kind of have a feel for each other. So our first streamed game will be on the 28th of this month, not the 14th as previously mentioned. The little one-shot or intro adventure, though, will be available later as a podcast. As I'm probably, more than likely, 99.99999%, we're going to be turning the streams into podcasts as well, trying to hit the market. But yeah, so this month, going to be starting a stream game set in the, basically answering the question, what would happen if the 1930s in D&D had a love child? So yeah, it's film noir meets D&D. Best way I can describe it.
All right, thanks, Pierre. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to tuning in. What?
Thanks, Pierre. That wasn't awkward at all. And
well, it wasn't awkward until you made it. All right. We'll be back next week with more Dire Roll and Frost. And for those of you who are interested in the Three Kingdoms, my brother and I will be back to it next Saturday. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Oh, right, and since we're 1 month out, it's time to start, talking about it. November 2nd, I will be part of a team. I think this is our 5th or 6th year. We'll be doing Extra Life. Yeah, so I'll be doing it with the Word Platoon guys, all the streamers. We've got a cool lineup. I'll probably be putting out something on the Twitter about the schedule. I will be playing basically like from beginning until close to about. I'm probably gonna be streaming or present and not streaming, but for about 16 hours, and then in the last half, I'm gonna go to sleep. But the team will be streaming for the full 25 hours on November 22nd, starting early ass in the morning, unless you're in the UK or in that hemisphere. Then it will be about midday. And we're going to be raising money for children's hospitals around the world because we got we have an international team. We got Brits, we got Germans, we got Swedes, named Swede, and of course we got us. Yeah, so we've already raised like a couple $100 already. My wife is on the team and she's feeding me information. We've already raised like $350. We're hoping to raise close to $1,000. It'd be really cool if we could break our record. One year we raised $1,100, and it'd be tight if we could, set a new goal. It's not like Rooster Teeth, but every bit counts. And if you guys want to tune in for that, I will be running a small D&D game. Vegas will be there, I think, but otherwise it's going to be the Word Platoon guys, so it's going to be a lot less professional and a lot more goofy. So look forward to that. Yeah, so more information as the month drags on, but that's November 2nd. All right, I think that's it. So everybody, thanks again for tuning in. We will see you next week, and have a great night.